These chapters are so fucking long. I can't believe I've been going almost 3 hours and we just made it to the murder. These games are so fucking long. It's impossible to put this on YouTube. I guess I'm gonna do it, but fuck, I just feel bad for the people who want to watch it on YouTube and they have to look at fucking 3-hour episodes. For like, it surged out of me like water from a spring gushing out of the ground. Byakuya, on the other hand, split the chapters
Very
up.
strange.
There are no like, I mean, I could do that entire interaction up to now, but like, is the game really interesting outside of the fucking murder investigation? It's like, I don't know. Not that. I don't know. Yeah, I assume as chapters continue, they get shorter because fewer people. Most unusual, don't you think? He was totally calm, almost like he was watching it all unfold on the front of a TV screen.
I see.
Look, Chihiro's corpse has been suspended somehow. And something's been written on the wall, in blood. Bloodlust? Such a brutal way to kill someone. No, this is beyond brutal. Wouldn't you agree? They killed her. How could it not be brutal? No, that's not my point. The murder is far too bizarre for any everyday amateur to have committed it. Unlike with Sayaka, this murder was not a crime of passion or necessity. It's almost as if whoever did it did this for fun. You see what I mean? What? My head was swimming. I was still reeling, too confused to understand what he was trying to say. And before I could even begin to clear my head,
What the heck?
I heard screaming. Did someone... Chihiro! No! Ding, 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 dong.
A body has been discovered. After a certain amount of time, which you may use however you like, the class trial will begin.
What the hell was that?
What?
Ah, that's right. You were unconscious during Sayaka's, so you don't know about it. What you heard about was the body discovery announcement. Apparently, when 3 or more people discover a body, an announcement plays to let everyone know. I imagine it's so that the search for the culprit can proceed fairly for everyone involved. Proceed fairly? The body discovery announcement? And Chihiro really is
Naturally.
dead, yes. Before you can start screaming your head off, go round everyone up. It seems like another game has begun. Another life or death game to uncover a killer. Taka bolted out of the locker room, leaving me with a bloody corpse, suspended in the air. Juicy. When I finally came back to myself, I saw everyone had the same look of confusion and fear and anger. We all just stood there, gathered around Chihiro's body. She was the nice one.
Damn.
Damn. Couldn't keep her safe. So there's another victim. Which means we are now in the same position once again. Whatever, you did it. Fuck, man.
What
What the fuck is this?
What?
It's a dream. This is a dream. It's all just a dream. In fact, I haven't even been born yet. I don't have any memory of ever being alive. Shut up. Bitch, I suspect you. You're my fucking suspect number fucking 1. Alright. We got a possible murder weapon. What? There's blood on the goddamn dumbbell! What do I have to talk? What do I have to do first? Do I have to look at the body first? Do I have to talk to someone first? How pay attention? I have to pay attention to the wall. It very clearly says bloodlust. What do you want from me?
So...
I don't think it's any kind of dying message. It's just too strange. But you know, that thing about writing bloodlust in blood, doesn't it sound kind of familiar? A murderous fiend who killed again and again, using a bizarre and brutal method, the scene of the word bloodlust is written in the victim's own blood. Oh fuck, the serial killer. Yeah. What? Genocide like Jack or whatever. Genocide Jack. a murderous fiend whose grisly attacks were famous all across the country. The ultimate murderous fiend, creating a reputation of abnormal, downright cruel killer.
What is this?
Then this is some kind of copycat killer trying to imitate Genocide Jack's style? But why would anyone do that? Perhaps it's the work of the real Genocide Jack. In this game, everyone has pink blood. I think it's so that they can keep their rating. The brunette with the red sweater. Don't let her die.
What?
Are you talking about my favorite character? Oh, you're talking about the swimmer girl. She's cool. The real? What are you saying? Genocide Jack is here in the school?
No way!
There's no way. But going so far as to write bloodlust assassin, I am surprised at their stupidity.
Well,
I can't imagine worse situation than dealing with stupid murderer. What did he now? Toko. Hina was pointing towards the entrance to the girls' locker room. Toko was the last to arrive, now she's just standing there. No. Why? Why? I hate the bitch nerdy girl. I wanna. Gadunk. She like fire? That doesn't sound good. Toko? Oh yeah, she can't look at blood. She's afraid of blood. She's got a blood phobia. Hina rushed over to the collapsed Toko and started to shake her awake. Toko, are you alright? Come on, wake up.
Oh, that's right. I remember she says about how she faints when she sees blood.
Oh,
So, she is hemophobic. I imagine she does not watch too many horror films then. This isn't a violation of the rules, right? I mean, technically she passed out somewhere beside your room. No, I don't think that... I think it should be okay. The regulations prohibit sleeping, like on purpose. Oh, so she didn't faint on purpose. It doesn't count. Right.
just a second.
Toko, can you hear me? Hey, you gotta wake up! As if she'd hear her. Toko suddenly shot awake. As in, she literally jumped up from where she was laying. It was such a strange reaction, I was at a total loss for words. She leapt straight into the air, changing her stance as she did it. What the... what? What the fuck? She looks horny. She looks horny. She wants to suck. In no time flight, she was just standing up. Ignoring the physical contortion she had to go through, her motions were totally haphazard. What? Sorry about that. I was just shocked, you know? It happens, right? Was I the only one? Toko? Are you okay? I'm fine. Whoa, is that a dead body? Hey, are you dead?
what the heck?
She must have hit her head real hard. When she fainted. The world is a front and a back, a top inning and a bottom, a sea of truth and a web of lies.
Well,
This is quite concerning. I mean, she sounds completely different.
No. Everything's fine. At least the stutters are all gone. That's a good thing, right?
I see.
It's clear to me that everything is not fine. Your eyes seem strangely vacant. It might be best if we take her back to her room for the time being.
so,
I don't mind taking her, but could someone help me?
If you need help, I don't mind. Ding.
Taka, could you help me?
He totally ignored me.
Very well. You take care of the girl, and the rest of us can begin the investigation. Right away. Can I assume nobody has a problem leaving Sakura and Mondo on guard duty again? Hold on a second. Rushing into an investigation. The mastermind hasn't behind that. After what happened last time, surely you realize that.
Don't make me repeat myself.
There's no question that Chihiro was murdered by someone among us. Isn't that right, Monokuma?
Of course.
Right as rain! But don't take it as a bad thing, it's just a fact of life, because that's how graduation works. Then it's happened again? Is that what you're saying? Jesus Christ, these characters are so stupid. Yes, yes, she was murdered because you were put in a murder fucking game. Then another one of us, I hate the main character sometimes. Another one of us killed a fellow classmate? Murder, it's murder fucking high school. Yes, murder was happened. What, does that freak you out? You guys got no balls, you know that? There's nothing down here at all. Well, I'll just let you pray to mine if you want. Pray to my balls? Holy shit. Actually, I don't have any either, sorry.
Stop talking.
Stop monologuing and give us what you came here to give us. You did bring it right. I sure did, chum.
It's the Monokuma file!
Love it, friends, the next Monokuma file. I know how much you must be looking forward to it.
See ya later!
So please do your tippy-top very best on this one. Yeah, why
No
would we pray to
way.
someone else's balls? Do we really gotta do another investigation? If one more goddamn character asks me if the murder is real, if one of us murdered each other, or if we have to do an investigation, I'm going to fucking murder this! Are these characters, do they have brains filled with rocks? Jesus Christ. Having to suspect all our other friends.
Why?
I feel like I'm in an anime, right? Because that's what this is, the anime game. I feel like someone's about to explain for the 50th time 3 seasons into Yu-Gi-Oh! What a trap card is. A trap card is a card that activates at a specific circumstance when you do something. I'm like, no! I know what a trap card is! Stop it! Stop telling me! I hate this. I can't take it anymore. I hate it too!
Help me!
I've had enough. I've gotta get out of here.
Hey!
Where do you plan on going? There's nowhere to run, little baby man.
Such
Just
ignorance.
accept it already. After all, blood is just a liquid. A dead body is a simple object. You are very enthusiastic about this, are you not?
Naturally.
How can I not be? If we don't unmask the culprit, we will all die. That's true, but to jump into it so soon...
What?
What? Do you want to die?
Such
Fine,
ignorance.
then go up and die somewhere. Right now, go ahead. You're a waste of space. I agree.
Damn you!
A dead body is an object?
Piece of shit!
Chihiro wasn't an object. Show a little respect or I'll beat some into you.
Calm down.
Fuck up. Everyone, stop bickering. Listen, there's some truth in what Byakuya said. Kyoko?
Because
If we don't solve the mystery and find the killer, our own lives are forfeit. And if Byakuya is right, that Genocide Jack is somehow the one who killed Chihiro,
that's right.
then unless we do something, more victims could start piling up.
More victims? We make this up, we're all gonna be dead meat.
Hey! Hey!
Hold on. That's your worry. You don't gotta worry any longer. In any one killing game, the guilty party may only kill a maximum of 2 people. What?
Wait, I don't remember any rule like that.
Actually,
I just came up with it. I mean, if one person went around killing everyone, your lovely student life would be all over, right? The new rule has been added to the regulations memo.
so then.
In that case, why not limit it to 1 person?
Hey!
Well, in a good mystery, you don't want to miss out on at least the potential of a serial killer angle. Just one would totally murder that possibility.
Punishment is waiting for
Oh
you.
well, I'll catch you guys at the trial. I can't say I understand his thinking, but if we can kill up to 2 people, then one less person's life could still be in danger.
Interesting.
Which is definitely not good. We need to uncover the culprit before something else happens.
You son of a bitch!
You need to shut the fuck up.
So,
Well, for now, Taka and me are gonna drop off Toko at her room. She's very suspicious. I'm very suspicious of her. Nice, I'm gonna get dropped off.
there is nothing to be done.
If you have no time to stand around, we must begin our investigation tout de suite. If we do not solve the mystery of who killed Chihiro,
Is that okay?
then we will quickly follow her into the afterlife. That's true. I hate this, but if I want to survive, me and everyone else, we have to do it. We don't have any other choice. Jesus Christ. Finally. I finally. First of all, I better check the Monokuma file to see exactly what's going on. The victim was Chihiro Fujisake. The time of death is estimated to be around 2 a.m. Important. The body was discovered in the girls' locker room on the second floor of the school, so the murderer was likely a girl. The cause of object was a blow to the head with a blunt object. She was killed instantly. Well, at least it was quick. That's all it says. Well, it's not like there's any point in complaining about it. No matter what I gotta do it. Okay. Hey, Makoto, do you have a second? Huh? Did you need something from me?
Naturally.
Of course, life without purpose is quite dull, you know. So what did you need? I'm going to let you cooperate with me during this investigation. Huh?
What?
I'm purchasing your talent, the same talent which allowed you to solve Sayako's case. Solve? No, I just...
Stop talking.
You seem to have unlimited use, which is why I've chosen you. You have the honor of contributing to my investigation. So you're inviting me to come with you? You're doing it in the most arrogant way fucking possible.
Let's go.
Now then, shall we get started? But we need to get moving. There's no time to be standing around. I don't really know what just happened, but it looks like we'll be working with Byaku on this one. How about we start with the very obvious murder weapon? There's a dumbbell on the floor, and there's a blood stain! There's a blood stain on the dumbbell. The Monokuma file said a blow to the head with a blunt object is what killed her. Does this mean this dumbbell was actually the murder weapon?
That's right.
It's what we're being led to believe. I don't imagine it could be anything else. My only sad part of the moment was the victim, who was my second favorite character. She was really sweet. I love this chapter. Oh. There's fresh blood stain on the carpet. It must have been splattered during the murder. Okay, but like... I don't know why. I'm just gonna check everything. Okay, but also... There's blood here. The poster's got some blood on it. Must have happened during the murder. So was she standing, like... Was she doing weights? Like right here? When she got hit in the head? I feel like she was on this bench. Alright, let's investigate the body. I can feel the life draining out of my own body. It's a dead body. Chihiro's dead body.
Very strange.
But the more I look, the more strange it seems. This must be Genocide Jack's handiwork. Well, but
What?
we're still not sure he did it. Is that what you're trying to say? I wonder about that. I mean, I feel like she was facing forward, and whoever came up behind her smacked her in the head, which is why most of the blood is pooled down there, and some of it's splattered onto the poster. But why is her head not bloody? Why does the body not have blood up there? Because of animation? The word bloodlust is written on the wall in blood. It's the meaning of it behind bloodlust. Alright, we'll just talk right to left. Dude, I have a real complex about being weak. You heard Chihiro talking about it, right? All I need to do is get stronger? Yeah. Yeah, I do remember when she said that more than once. Sure did, which explains the trip down here. But, did she really need to get stronger that badly? You already mentioned to me, but she was a girl after all. Most girls aren't all that strong. God, do I have to be sexist? Do I have to be? I don't know, man. I haven't really had a thought about that stuff. The cause of Chihiro's complex. I can't help but wondering what it might be. Maybe it was because she was the smallest person in the entire group. Most girls aren't that strong. Is literally standing next to She-Hulk. Is literally standing next to She-Hulk. Are you fucking kidding me? I use this locker room all the time. Now it's become the site of Chihiro's death. But why was she killed in the locker room? But wait, there's more. Actually, if you think about it, she could have been killed somewhere else than carried here. She was very light, it's true, but it wouldn't have been hard for her someone to carry her, but still... I still think she came on her own by choice. What makes you say that? She'd been talking a lot lately about how she wanted to be strong, like a bear. So you're saying she came for exercise. But according to the Monokuma file, apparently she was killed around 2 in the morning. Would she really have been exercising that late?
Perhaps.
He and or myself are usually in the locker room during the day, so he's probably avoiding it then. Avoiding it? Yes, she was. Although we invited her to show up, join us more than once, she never showed up. So I can only assume she was trying to avoid us. And instead, she came to exercise in the middle of the night. That's very common. People don't like exercising in front of other people when they're self-conscious about their bodies. I know a lot of people who do this. Perhaps it is difficult for me to imagine she would have come alone. Very common. Very common. Many people will not go to the gym because they do not want to be seen exercising. Or they'll go to like a 24-hour gym and they'll go at like 2 in the morning, or 3 in the morning, or 5 in the morning when it's nice and fucking empty. And they'll like avoid the month of January entirely. They're like, no, there's a bunch of people for the new year. I'm not going to the gym this month. Like, yeah, She-Hulk would be a fucking dope partner. She-Hulk, how do I lift this? Like this. She did want to start exercising, but specifically mentioned she couldn't do it by herself. She needed support from others. So you're saying she should have come here. She came here in the middle of the night to train in secret, but that she would also have come with someone else. It is a possibility. Spot me. Curls bar. Ben's bar like superhero. No, I believe it's about time for us to move on. Huh? Already? New clues won't magically appear by standing around here. We need to check every aspect of the case. Let's shoot it.
Let's go.
If you're satisfied, then let's hurry up and speak. I'm not satisfied. I didn't talk to the English lady. So this is our next location. Huh? This place is related to the investigation? No shit! Figure it out for yourself. It's no fun if you don't, right? I hate you. I hate you. I hate you. This is off kilter, isn't it? No? Okay. It looked off kilter. Maybe I looked at a different angle. Okay. In Russia, we use bears. Instead of bars, we use bears. Misha! Come! In Soviet Russia, bears use you. Well, maybe we're looking for this.
What?
He said that, then quickly, sharply clapped his hands.
Did you call for me?
Has he been domesticated?
That's right.
It seems that Makoto has a question for you.
You need something?
Sure, what's up? Well, it's just about the card reader.
Yep.
Yeah. Yep. The card readers have all been designed to interface with each of your e-handbooks. You can only enter the card book locker room corresponding to the gender listed in your individual handbook. And it's impossible for 2 people to go. And it's impossible for 2 people in a row to go through while the door is unlocked, right?
Unbelievable.
If there were some sort of erotic terrorist on the prowl! The ceiling-mounted Gatling gun initiate... the ceiling-mounted Gatling gun would initiate a Swiss cheese slaughter! And the school regulations prohibit it from anyone from lending someone else their handbooks, right?
Of course.
Correctly correct! So then, that means only girls can go into the girls' locker room and only boys can go into the boys' locker room. In other words, Chihiro's body being found in the girls' locker room means the killer was a girl. Hey, Makoto, I can see right through you. See right through me? Allow me to tell you what you're thinking. Since Chihiro was found dead in the girls' locker room, the killer must have been able to get in there.
So, in other words...
As such, the killer must have been a girl. Did I get it right?
Such ignorance.
Good lord, you're simple. Good lord, your plot handing me all this fucking evidence is boring and easy. But am I wrong? You should pay closer attention to the regulations. The answer has been right in front of you the entire time. Loading your is strictly prohibited. The act of loaning is prohibited. Borrowing someone else's is perfectly fine. Yes, you could. Clearly, you could steal it. I still think it's a girl, though.
So you managed to snip out the loophole.
Knowing you, I would bet you created it on purpose, didn't you? To add a little more excitement.
You're treating me like a puny little appetizer instead of the main course that I am. Now then, since the dead can't actually talk, they're not people anymore, they're things.
Yep.
Get it? Got it? Good.
Wait, hold on. You're saying there's a loophole, but in order to borrow something from someone, then that means someone would have to loan it, so...
Why you?
So sleepy. Just listening to you makes me want to pass out. Be more like Byakuya and get your poop together. Or else I'll charge you with criminal negligence.
You mean stealing. You mean stealing is legal.
No more questions. Figure out the rest of your own damn self.
That's fine.
Well, I know how you are unfortunately lacking in mental faculties, so I'll fill you in myself. Let's head to the main hall. Stop making me go places. Let me explore. Whatever. Card reader has been added to the truth bullets. Okay. But if it were a boy and they came to train with her, that would have been lending on purpose. So that means that either she was not training with someone, or some boy came in while she was training with someone, and we would have had a witness or a double murder. I call bupkis. I think that whoever she was training with murdered her. Although we don't have evidence that there was someone she was training with. But I suspect that she did. Bitch couldn't carry fucking hot full-size pizza. We came to the main hall. So what are we looking for here? Does that mean I have to figure it out for myself? Yes, you dingus. You giant ass. There's a mailbox here. Gonna be something inside. It's an e-handbook. No wait, there's 3 of them. Why are they doing here? So you finally found them. Huh? Did you know these were here? I happened to find them by chance the other day. Seems there's a system in place where the handbooks of dead students get delivered to this mailbox. Oh shit. Junko, Leon, and Sayaka. You can go ahead and confirm it yourself. I really turned one of them when I did. Sayaka Maizona. You're right, this is Sayaka's handbook. Now do you understand? The key is the loophole. This is the key to the loophole I revealed earlier. Yeah, I feel like I'm starting to get it. Well, okay, so can we test them? Oh no, we can't test them because everything's already unlocked. We don't know if these would work. We don't know if they're active or not.
What? Very strange.
One of the handbooks won't turn on. Is it broken? Whose was it? Well, the other handbook showed Junko's name when I started it up. The one must be Leon's.
I see.
It would make sense, yes. After all, he did get pummeled with the dozens and dozens of baseballs. All those baseballs. The memory of it came flooding back. Yeah, that was not a cool way to go. You're right. It wouldn't be surprising for the handbook to break during the kind of assault.
Damn it!
Hey, hey! Hey, 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 hey!
Now
Hey!
What?
The e-handbook is essential to student life here. Crucial, integral, instrumental, and super big deal. There's no way it would break that easily.
But it did.
That's impossible!
If I say it wouldn't break, it wouldn't freaking break! It can withstand up to 10 tons of pressure, and it's waterproof up to 100 meters, okay? I don't care how many baseballs you hit it with, it wouldn't do crap. Oh, but even my amazing handbook does have one single weak point.
It does?
I can't hear
But
you!
it's a secret! I wouldn't want you to go breaking in any more handbooks.
What?
Then Leon must have broken it somehow without realizing what his weakness was, right?
Hard to say. You know what I think? I think his handbook isn't actually broken.
What?
But you might ask, how could that be?
Leaving the question hanging in the air, Monokuma disappeared. What just happened? Monokuma said it's not turning on, but it's undeniable fact. Or it's not broken, but it's an undeniable fact that it's not turning on.
That's fine.
Well, I don't see any connection to the case, so it doesn't matter for now. What the fuck? You think so? Either way, something about it still bothers me. I wonder if this has something to do with her. Right? Because Chihiro was the ultimate hacker, or the ultimate programmer. Maybe she was messing with the software on the dead one. Let's begin our investigation in earnest to track down the culprit. Yeah, we need to find out who killed Chihiro. But to be exact, not quite. What do you mean? Huh? Not quite. Okay. She was a hacker. She was a programmer, but I bet she could hack. If there was anyone who was capable of hacking something like that, it would be the programmer, is my logic. Alright, let's talk to this guy. What do you mean by that, Byaku? To be exact, not quite. Certainly I want to reveal Chihiro's killer, but more precisely, I want to discover the true identity of Genocide Jack. Then you truly believe Genocide Jack is the one that killed Chihiro?
Don't make me repeat
Absolutely.
myself.
I have no doubt that Genocide Jack is the culprit for this case. That murderous feed is Genocide Jack, right?
What?
There's nobody else it could be. I need a murderous feed who kills again and again using the same bizarre and brutal method. They're like a ghost attacking suddenly, then slipping away before the police can catch up to them. And what nickname did the internet give to the serial killer? Genocide Jack. They say he's killed thousands of people. That's gotta be an urban legend. Still, could one of us really be a demented psychotic killer like that? You're not wrong, I wonder. The words mean little right now. I have something that will prove it, and I can show you. Why is that the end of the conversation?
Don't make me repeat myself.
I have a basis to believe. I assure you he's one of us. Is there really any proof? There's somewhere I'd like to take you. This will provide all the evidence you
It's
need.
all clear now.
Evidence that Genocide Jack is the one who actually killed Chihiro. Evidence? Does something like that really... Ah, hey you two. Big trouble. Need your help.
I don't have time to play
We're
with
busy.
you.
Leave us alone.
I mean,
But it's an emergency. Emergency! Come on, please. You gotta help me. I will absolutely help you.
please.
This is serious. Please, please. You gotta help me. Just calm down, okay, Hino? But it's an emergency. Bitch, what is it?
Well,
Something's wrong with Toko. She's acting super strange. Well, I mean, she was acting pretty strange earlier, right? What should we do, Byaku?
Very
Since
strange.
it's Toko, I admit I'm intrigued. But I suppose we can take a second to see what's going on with her. Are you sure?
Don't make me repeat
Don't make me
myself.
repeat myself. I didn't expect that. I thought for sure he'd just say no, and that'd be the end of it.
yeah.
Okay, let's go on. Come on. Well, wait for us, Hino.
Let's go.
It looks like she's headed to the dorm. I want to know where this evidence is. Oh, shit, we're here. You guys are too slow. I think you're just too fast. You're an athlete. So what's the emergency?
So,
Well, after what happened to the girls' market, we left Toko in her room so she could lay down. After a while, we came back to check on her. You know how she was doing? But when we did, it was weird. She refused to come out. She kept saying all this weird stuff. Weird
That's
stuff?
fine.
We should try talking to ourselves. Yeah, good idea. I may as well get a shot. The door swung open slowly and silently. Holy crap. An aura of negativity, it flowed out from behind the door, forcing a gasp out of me.
What? Oh, nothing. It's just that, Hina
Wonka
was really
shake.
worried about you, holding yourself up in your room.
leave me alone.
Yeah, sure thing. But, could you open up, just for a second?
Won't allow it.
Huh?
Won't let Genocide Jack have control.
Did you just confess? Bitch! Did you just confess to being Genocide Jack and having multiple personality disorder? The writing is so ham-fisted. And just like that, she slammed the door in my face. Bitch, you killed her! She's been acting like that the whole time when I rang a little while ago. I'll drive out the killer. Drive out the murderous fiend. Doesn't make any sense, right? I was afraid to leave her in there alone, so I tried to bust down the door. But I feel like something was holding it shut on the other side. I couldn't even budge it. Oh my god. Yeah. Does she think serial killer Genocide Jack really married Chihiro? Yeah. I think she's Genocide Jack. Is that why Tokyo is so scared?
But
Whatever it is, I'm really worried about her. Okay. Okay. Is there anyone who might be able to persuade her? Yeah, me. She's my friend. Or whatever. Oh no, she's got a huge wet dream for this guy.
That's
what do you want?
You're all solo. Oh, Bacula.
it's Byakuya.
Bacula. Sorry, I couldn't keep our promise. But don't worry, never again. I won't let Genocide Jack ever have control again. Count Blackula's here to smack the shit out of you, bitch. Wha-bam! Even Byakuya could. Oh my god, you are clearly incriminating yourself to me. Like, very obvious. Ugh. What was Toko talking about just now? Something about a promise?
What?
Oh, I have no idea. What if they're delusions, I'm sure.
Stop talking.
If I say I don't know, it means I don't know. Just let Hina take care of her.
Let's go.
Well then, let's go. Without waiting for a reply, Byakuya sped away. Byakuya? And I hurried to catch up. He's so commanding. I like that in a man. I tried to talk to him several times when he walked, but he didn't even look back, let alone say anything. I like that in a man too. He just kept on walking towards his destination. Finally, his feet brought him to a stop in front of a certain room. Is it the fucking library room that he won't let me in? Come on, let's go in. I don't know how this asshole bogarted the room in the library. If I remember on the side of this door is an archive, right? Hurry up and go inside. Oh, here.
Let's go.
It'll all make sense once you're inside. Oh, there's so many books and files. And so much dust, too.
So, in other words,
I would say there's enough value in this place to endure the dust. Enough value. Wow. Wow. Value. Wow. It's an empty wooden box. I don't care. Dust. There was an extension cord in there. It proved very useful while I was in the library. Extension cord? Light bulb. Huh? It's a desk lamp. Oh yeah, it's the same one I saw Byakuya using in the library.
what?
Do you have a problem with that lamp? It was here before and then I moved it over there. It's too dark over there. So I thought I'd put it to good use. What? Why are you worried about this fucking lamp, yo? I don't know what the fuck that is, but I think that's what I'm looking for. The shelf is stuffed with files. Without really thinking about it, I picked one at random. Ah, you have sharp indeed to select that file. It's 100% tentacle porn, but let me tell you, quality stuff.
That's right.
That's the report on the presidential assassination. The original is kept in the National Library. It won't be declassified for another 30 years. Are you sure you want to look at it now? There's no telling which crosshairs you might and wind up in for peeking in. Without making a sound, I returned the file to the shelf. Why did I believe him? Why would a school have that? Why would a high school have that? There's so many files stuffed on the shelf with us all in all these
That's
things.
enough.
Those documents are dangerous. They detail all the people who control the world from behind the scenes. Danger is true for a commoner. You mean like members of the Diet or something? No, I mean the ones who with real power. The Illuminati! If you're ready to be disappeared for it, take a look. There's some very interesting people in there. Am I? I don't... Fuck this kid. fuck this kid. Oh man, there's something behind him. What if I hit this one first? I can't hit whatever this is. There's something here I can't hit. It's off screen. Oh, thank God. Oh, it's just a fucking mirror camera. Alright. Those are filled with graphic, disturbing photos from crime scenes. What do you mean? All those files are investigation reports related to different cold cases. They're internal documents for police eyes only, and they're not the kind of thing you'd expect to be. Why is this archive filled with the most interesting shit in the world? All shit that theoretically is not going to be in a fucking public high school, or like it is a public high school or private high school. I mean, it selects from the public. I don't fucking know. Still a high school. So are you ready to finally beginning to understand the true splendor of this library? The entire reason I was interested in the library is because of this room right here.
Interesting.
It's home to classified government documents, police records. There's things no ordinary person would ever see. This is magnificent. This can't be for real, right?
Such ignorance.
That's your guys' problem. Anything that doesn't fit into your preconceived reality, you label it a lie. Monokuma. Shut up. What? I hate you. Well, it's not that. It's not like I totally refuse to believe it, but I mean, there's just so much. How can anyone have put all this together? Hello, Digi. How are you doing today? How's it going? I suppose it goes to show how much power Hope's Peak truly wields, or perhaps the mastermind may have wanted to provide us with enough entertainment to keep us from getting bored. It's no use. I can't keep up with all this. It's just too unreal. I hate my character. What's wrong? You still can't believe it? What about you? How can you believe it so easily? Things like that are usually impossible.
What?
What do you mean usually? Usual? Normal? Ordinary? Simple? Those things don't exist anywhere in the real world. If you don't understand that, then what they actually represent, you don't understand the nature of anything. You don't pull your punches, do you? Besides, what you consider usual is based on your common sense, right? What makes you think your own common sense applies to me at all? The documents gathered here are genuine. I have reviewed them multiple times, so there is no doubt. Hold on, you're saying you've read all these documents more than once? But all this has to be like top secret, confidential stuff, right? So why? My family room has a reading room just like this at our home. Ours is bigger, of course, and not dusty. Members of the Togami family have access to any variety of government-related documents. That includes foreign powers as well as domestic. He literally kidnapped 15 kids, is pitting them against each other in massive murder high school, managed to put it together, managed to make it appear he destroyed their lives outside of this. He's able to pull military-grade explosives in a bear that can walk around and summon shit, and you're asking how he gets files on the Illuminati. What if the bear is the Illuminati? How is that possible?
So in
I
other
already
words,
told you there's a secret council that controls the world from the shadows. My family's a member of that council. Duh, dumbass. And I have with me the bloodline that will allow me to one day bend the world to my will. But to become such a ruler, I must know all levels of the world backwards and forwards. So when I have time, I'd like to review whatever documents and materials that interest me. Which is why I can proclaim without a doubt that these materials gathered here are the real thing. This is beyond believing or not believing. Byakuya is actually starting to scare me more than the mastermind. And what interests me in most of the cold case police investigative reports, reading through them, they've always been a hobby of mine, ever since I was little. It's an excellent mental exercise. I've solved more than a few of those cases by reviewing the reports, and among all those reports, one of my most recent favorites is the Genocide Jack case. As he talked, Byakuya grabbed a specific file from the shelf.
that's right.
This is the complete case file. Every single report surviving Genocide Jack cases has been compiled in here. Because there are so many, allow me to quickly summarize the main points. To begin with, there are two notable characteristics in every Genocide Jack murder. The first characteristic is that every crime scene, the word bloodlust is written in the victim's own blood. The second is that when the victims are murdered, their bodies are suspended in certain ways. Bloodlust is written in the blood, and the victim's body is suspended. It's exactly the same as what happened with Chihiro. Save your surprise, the best part is yet to come. For the second characteristic, when the victims are suspended, the only ones who knew about the particular fact were the members of the police and other hide-ups. Oh, the only ones who knew about that particular fact were members of the police and higher-ups. By all accounts, nobody in the media ever found out. Illuminati! In other words, no one on the news, no one online, nobody knew about that aspect of each crime. Only key officials and the killer himself knew about the act of mounting the victim. Now, if you recall Chihiro's corpse, her body was most certainly mounted in that fashion. So how could the killer have known about suspending victims?
That's right.
That's the key question. But in fact, the answer is quite simple.
So in other
The culprit
words,
isn't a copycat killer. It's the real Genocide Jack.
in other words,
That's right, it's evidence that Genocide Jack has hidden himself among the rest of us. Then Genocide Jack it really is such a brutal, fiendish killer really is walking around us.
interesting.
Things are really starting to get interesting, aren't they? I never imagined a killer without such a reputation would ever become part of our little game. I wish that they hadn't just made her confess her character flaw to me. Like, no, don't you think it would be really good for you to take a look at what you've seen?
Such ignorance.
If you get down on your knees and beg, I might even show you myself. I want to cut the ever-living shit out of you. I'm just gonna murder you. I'm done. I've been in this room. I've talked to the asshole. We still have more to check. I literally I checked everything unless you want to talk more. No, not that. Fuck. I misclicked. Oh, he does want to talk because one of the things was the investigation. Murder cases of Genocide Jack top secret. He handed me the file and I flipped through it with tense, nervous feet. Then my hand stops. Jesus. On either weekdays, at night, or during the holidays, either day or night. Most common times killings to take place was on holidays in the afternoon. The suspect may be a student. Dissociative identity alert. Hello, Yortspion. Jortspion. I always forget how much of a dick Tagami is. Oh God, I wish I were rich and a dick.
So in other words,
Big mood. The culprit has split personality. I wonder who it is. Jesus Christ. Could you hand this to me on a fucking bigger goddamn plate, please? But this one is way more unbelievable than anything else up until now. Or maybe it really isn't. I don't know, I feel like my mind has gone numb.
let's go.
Can we... Is it over? Do we just go to the trial then? I didn't even have to look for things.
I don't have time to play with you. Goodbye.
The girls' locker room, boys' locker room too. Other people. Got it. Let's go. Let's go. Let's do it. Do it, do it, do it. Let's go do it. I went the wrong way. Do, do, do. I'm super fast. That's one good thing about this really, really short main character is that he has quick little legs. Super quick legs. What do you think, Nerdlinger?
Hifumi has discovered evidence revealing the identity of the culprit.
I feel as if...
Another stat increase for me. Evidence, what did you find? I cannot reveal that just yet.
That's it.
But I
I'm sure
guarantee
of
from
it.
what I found, we'll steal the lung from the killer's breast. Are you sure about that? Yeah. Miss Ludenberg said she witnessed something worthwhile too. Really? What did she see?
Well,
She refused to tell. She refused to tell me, but it's like when a girl bullies a boy like she likes, right? Right? Okay, so where's Celeste now? The warehouse by the door. She was there, but at the same time, not there. What's it gonna be? God, I hate you. Ugh. Nerdlinger, why? Nerdlinger, why? Coffee stains? A strange stain in the carpet. What is it? Boys lacquer carpet. Coffee room stains? Oh. The posters were switched. That was the same. The posters were switched. I already said about the boner. I already talked about the boner. Every door I think is unlocked during the trial. The posters were switched. Can we talk about this? Wait, but that reminds me, the poster in the locker is... Oh, that's right. Could the posters have been switched? I really also would like to know why they were switched. Did you switch the... Did you switch the big lesbian?
Of course. I'm sorry. However...
Protein comic. In the warehouse, it's not highest quality, but I don't like having no other options. I mix protein powder with coffee and down a glass of it during exercise. And by down glass, I mean glass and coffee and protein. It adds more strength to your core. That sounds nasty as shit. Anyway, other day, I spilled some and it left a stain. A stain? Why were those switched? But I don't see stain on carpet.
Of course.
The stain disappeared. Isn't it unusually clean? As if there was never a stain there to begin with? Disappearing stain has been added to my shoes section. It didn't disappear. It's on the other fucking carpet. Someone switched them. Dude had a real complex about being weak. You heard Chihiro talk about it, right? All I need is to get stronger? Yeah. I do remember she said that more than once. Sure did. Which I guess explains the trip down here. But did she really need to get stronger that badly? You already mentioned it, but she was a girl after all. Most girls aren't all that strong. She had to have an accomplice. Or at least whoever switched the poster and the thing needed to have a boy to do it. I don't know, man. I haven't really thought about that stuff. Alright, help me, lady. So a guy did kill her. Not necessarily. In order to get into both rooms, you had to have... Okay, that's still possible. Theoretically. In order to get to both rooms, you either had to have one of each person, or it had to be a guy with one of the two working girl journals. But we don't know that the working girl journals actually get you in. I guess that's just something we're supposed to assume that they would. But also, that girl is obviously Gentleman Jack. Or something. Genocide Jack. Not Gentleman Jack. Gentleman Jack is delicious. With some Coke. My brain! We'll figure it out. Hey Kyoko, we need more pieces. We need more puzzle pieces. Have you made any progress on your investigation? Generally speaking, I have to get going. I have
Something unrelated to take care of. Something besides the investigation? What is it?
Well,
Nothing you need to worry about. Just concentrate on your own damn murder.
so then.
Before I go, let me give you one piece of advice. You should examine Chihiro's body one more time, thoroughly. Also, her handbook is missing. You might want to determine where its whereabouts.
Goodbye.
Kyoku is the original. With that, Kyoku turned and left the room. It's the extension cord from the library. Was Byakuya an accomplice? Is that why she apologized to him? Were they together on it? And he's trying to pin it on her? Maybe they didn't hand it on a plate. They did hand that bitch is him on a plate. That was handed on a damn plate. I think fucking Byakuya did it. He has all the knowledge of how it would be done. I think they were in on it together. And she had a crush on him, so she would have done it for him. I think Byakuya did it and he's trying to pin it on her. That's my theory right now. Don't tell me anything. Don't tell me. Chat, no confirmations. Alright, but seeing them again after looking through the Genocide Jack files, something not quite right about. The other thing is, you'd have to be pretty strong to smash someone with a fucking squishy brain with a dumbbell. I mean, neither of them look particularly strong. What does this all mean? And he's wanting me to see, oh man, he wants me to pin her. Sneaky fuckers! Okay, so. Why change out the carpets? Why change out the carpets at all? And why change this? I don't understand the motive behind switching out the posters. What do you mean, what is it? We know it's the coffee. Did we get that truth bullet? I want that truth bullet. I'm going to talk to... How do I check what truth bullets I have? I'm like in it now. I like the investigating a lot. I really dislike how long it takes to get between investigations. Do we have carpet stain? Okay, we do. We got it. Which room do I think the thing occurred in? I believe that, for the moment, I believe that it happened in the girls' room. Oh. I mean, but if it happened in the boys' room, that would be the reason why you would have to switch the carpet and the posters. That would be the only reason to switch those things. But what the fuck was she doing in the boys' room? Well, I guess it makes sense if they were colluding. Collusion. I'm sensing a little colluding. I know dumbbell is heavy, but also, okay, I'm gonna mention this again. Neither of them are strong looking. They're both fucking tiny. I suppose under the influence of the same fucking sexist ass principle that was earlier disclosed. Girls are stronger than boys. that maybe we could say that Byakuya was stronger enough to fucking murder someone with a belt. Greg, I have an idea. I don't know if it's the spoils. I don't like the spoils. You say it's the nerd. You say it's Fat Albert. Bold of you to assume that Byakuya can lift anything other heavier than a book. Right? That's what I'm thinking. I looked at Byakuya. He's tiny. Can I go into this girl's bathroom? Damn. One day I'll get into a girl's bathroom. What do you mean maybe there is a clue there? Damn it. Yeah, that was the clue. Oh, it's hitting the desk and not the cord. I thought it was the cord. Why don't we look at that box where the extension cord is kept? This wooden box. Has he put 2 and 2 together that's the same fucking extension cord yet? Do I have that truth bullet? Who would do that? There's still more I need to check. I guess I'm... Jesus Christ. Hello,
Second,
Steven!
which gave Kappa pride.
Thank you so much. Give me some hype in chat. 18 months of love. Don't bother Smash Twin. She's great. He took the fucking archive with him? Of course he did. Scaring me since month 1. True fact. It's Castlin, isn't it? Or is it Smashlin? Maybe next time you won't go demodding yourself for this. This reason I modded you was this. She did her research. Yeah, I'm like, I'm getting to the point where I'm like, I suspect Byakuya either was instrumental in setting this up because he has a secret that he did not want to get revealed, or, and that's where I'm leaning most heavily, because Genocide Jack will take the fall and he set her up to fall, or he was setting her up to fall so he could get out and did the murder. But I think it's the pride. My actual theory is he murdered her, or he had Genocide Jack murder her so that he wouldn't have his secrets revealed. He's adopted. Ooh, that would be fucking cool. That's probably it. He can't be from the rich family. He can't read. Get out of my library. A is for apple. B is for Byakuya. C is for fuck it, I'll be a whore. There's nothing in here I can interact with? Worst. Fuck it, I'm rich. Someone will read to me. Ah, it's this worthless piece of shit.
Oh,
Hey,
hey,
Makoto. I haven't been up to anything, that's just for sure. Definitely haven't looked inside the mailbox. He might not have had. Yeah, that's a really good question. She could have gotten in her own. Oh, but Leon's isn't working. Unless they somehow tricked her to get it to work. What if they somehow used her?
How unfortunate.
This is the fun part. This is why this game is fun. I'm just here like throwing out ideas, seeing what's gonna stick, seeing what makes sense, trying to figure out the murder. Can I save before going to the trial? Is there manual saving in this game? Yes, there is. Definitely say before. Thank you, Jortspian. Is your name like Jortspian as in like a lesbian that wears jorts? Because clever and wonderful, if so. I appreciate it if that is what you were going for. If not, you could just be offended. Yes, that's exactly it. Thank you. Okay. I appreciate you. Alright. Hey, it's KMP. I do not. Oh my god. Dale a tu cuerpo alegría Macarena. Que tu cuerpo es para darle alegría. I don't fucking speak Spanish. Not anymore. I don't know how to do the Macarena. I can't be. Fuck you, babe. Yeah, I'm fine with that. Go away and stop making me do the Macarena. Who's Max? Is Max a dog? Pretty sure you have 20 dogs. You have a boyfriend now? Congrats. Is Max a furry then? Does Max act like a dog then? Wow! Wow! Affected. Going deep. Alright, we'll go to the fucking warehouse. I'm trying to be careful. I'm trying to talk to everyone. I'm trying to be like thorough because it's, you know, it's a murder and I don't want to miss any evidence. I mean, there's only like a couple more things to check. Let's go to the laundry room. I just hope that they don't like hide something in a place. I hope that like without telling me to go to the laundry room, they don't hide something in one of the 7 laundry machines. You know, that would be shitty. Get your fucking poor ass Gucci thing out of here. Armani or bust. Louis Vuitton or nothing. Celeste, what are you doing here? This warehouse is amazing. It has everything. It is absolutely everything one might need to live a full life. From food to clothes to towels, there's an endless supply to choose from. I see that, but have you found anything related to the case?
Unfortunate.
I know you were going to ask me that. I thought about talking about the warehouse itself might misdirect you, but I see it was pointless. Then, did you find something? Very well, I will tell you, and only you.
Actually,
Last night, I saw her. Chihiro was standing in the warehouse. What? Really?
indeed.
This was right before nighttime.
What are you doing out this late?
Y'all, Queens, I'm gonna need you to retract your cat claws. Stop it.
Oh, I was just...
Right? Oh! Peyton calling him out as a bottom.
Are you planning to go exercise, perhaps?
What? How did you know?
She's so cute. I'm
Because
sad
I can
she's
see a
dead.
blue track jacket sticking out of that duffel bag you're carrying.
Oh, you're right. Thanks. Well, I'd better get going. I'm kind of in a hurry.
She stuffs the jacket into her bag in a hurry. It was almost as like she was trying to hide. And just like that, she was
Yes,
gone.
indeed.
I assume she was merely stocking up to go exercise in the morning. But it appears she ignored the nighttime rule and headed directly to the girls' locker room. If she hadn't broken our rule, none of this would have ever happened. You get what you deserve, I suppose. I think it lets you miss evidence, but I'm not sure because I've never played it. I played 2, and I'm playing 3 right now, and I'm usually fine. Thank you so much, Shortskin. So apparently, she went to the girls' locker room that night in order to exercise without anyone knowing. But the strange thing is, there was no trace of the jacket or duffel bag Celeste said she saw Chihiro carry, which would mean the killer would have gotten rid of somehow. Is there anything else to interact with here? A lot of things. But I think it's all just food, right? What are these books? Alright, where do you go to dispose of evidence, everybody? Thanks for dropping by, Demon Wolf. Have a good night. Well, in the first murder, you go to the trash area, but the trash area is kept by a trash designated volunteer. So that's what I'm thinking, laundry room. However, it can't hurt to check the trash room. Can't be, you didn't use that well. I mean, I guess you could've. You have my vote in this slap fight. Oh, because you used the alternating caps meme. Go die. That's harsh. I don't deserve that. Yeah, I know. Smashel and I are pretty on point with the whole, like we both love the shit out of the alternating caps meme. Although, I guess in this instance, I feel like it could have been used better. No, you didn't. You did okay. I'm going to the fucking laundry room. I lied. That was actually a really good use of it. I reread it. Why do you keep saying that this has nothing to do with the case? How do you dispose of things? I dispose of things in a fucking way that makes sense, and that's by either laundering it or burning it. And since it wasn't burned and this is not being laundered, I'm upset. Alright, where else would they have put it? Where else could they have put it? Did I check everything in the trash room? It was still locked, right? Yeah, I'm gonna go back to the locker room. And I'm gonna go back to the murder room and see if they like hid it in the locker. No. It's not related to the cave. I feel like it could have been used better. Thanks, Smash Slid. Thanks. Damn. Can you not harass Jordan? I feel like this is getting violent and stupid. But you know what? Whatever. Thank you, Cass. I appreciate you, girl. Alright, so my first... Oops. Guys! Guys! She was definitely murdered here. She was the only one who could make the Leon thing work. She's a programmer. That's my theory. Wasn't there an open locker in this room? What if we go to the locker in the pool? What if it's that locker at the very end there? I'm always worried everyone's gonna be upset. Fuck. Well, I'm glad you're not upset. Okay, hold on. She was definitely in the girls' rock. She was in the boys' locker room when she was murdered, and she was. The only way she could have gotten in is if she was able to get the Leon thing to work, which she could do because she was a fucking programmer. There was an open locker somewhere. Is the other gym? Where was the? All right. We haven't figured out where the Chihiro's complex is either. Oh, it was in the spa. Thank you, Skyban. It was in the bath area. That was where the door. That was where the door was open. Fuck, man. Hey, what's this? If there's an exclamation point on it, does that mean it's still valid? It just means that those places are related to it, right? Where's the dormitory? Did I not? I need to go to the dining hall. What's it? Somebody said he's a bit of a kid this way. At least my email is not original and not a stolen picture of me. We were just fucking around. What's that supposed to mean? If you don't know, don't worry about it. Wow. Have you talked to Fan Dude again? I could talk to him again. You're a fucking dick. That's a low blow. What? Why are you being called a kitten? Why is being a kitten? Why is being a kitten offensive? Said this before, she won't come out. She just keeps mumbling about Genocide Jack. So I just left her there. You left her? My head was all swimmy and I was getting pretty hungry.
Yeah!
Oh, don't worry. I'm gonna go head back as soon as I'm done eating. Tucker's not exactly pleasant, but I'm still worried about her. Speaking of which, what are you eating?
Huh?
A donut, of course. Of course? There's two things I'm sure God created. Outer space and donuts. Really? I bet Chihiro would have liked to eat more donuts. Maybe that was her one big regret. I should have spent more time with her. Come to think of it, who did she spend time with?
Well...
Yeah, she was a little bit strange. I didn't really think she hung out with other girls much. It was like she kept trying to distance herself from us. Actually, Sakura said something similar. She said that even though you and her invited Chihiro to exercise with you, she always refused.
Yeah, totally.
Yep, it's true. If it wasn't that, it was like she stayed away from all the girls. Was she just shy? Was she trans? What if she was she talked to boys all the time. What if she's trans? What is so embarrassing about being called a kitten? Why are you so upset? Stop it. Stop being triggered over that word. Like, kittens are adorable. I don't even know. I looked over and someone is clearly fucking upset. Like, just time them both out for 5 minutes. Isn't it kind of weird to be shy around your own sex, but totally fine with the opposite sex? What if she was a boy? What if she was like a trans boy? Or what if she was a trans girl? And had a wiener, and that's why she didn't want to use the girls' room because she has a penis. Maybe that's it. I can't tell which kind. Maybe she's a trans girl, or maybe she's a trans boy, and she just wanted to be in the boys' room. I can't tell. Maybe she is used to guys spoiling her. The law says you can't judge a book by its cover, right? You think so? I'm really sorry, that kind of girl. And that's why she said, examine the body more closely. She's got a dick! No! I didn't examine the body enough!
I'm getting tired of it's the you remember. Please go through.
No. No! I want to look at the body. I want to look at the body. I want to look at the body real quick. Please. Let me go to the body. I just want to look at the body one more time. One more time. One more time. Please. 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 No, shit. She's got a wingle. She's got a sausage. Hey, don't use the word trap. We don't use that word here. Not to refer to a woman.
Yo.
Please and thank you.
Come on.
How could I forget that little nut child? She's a crucial part of the trial this time.
What are you gonna do?
Okie dokie, I'll go ahead and drag her out, kicking and screaming. One moment, please.
Just like that, a few minutes later, he reappeared, dragging Toka behind her.
I told him I didn't want to, but he forced me. I can't believe you would drag a girl around. Terrible, you're terrible. Ooh, no, now that everyone's here, right? Okay, hustle on down the elevator and let's get this show on the road. I'll see you guys down there.
Let's go.
So, shall we get going? It's time to find out who killed Chihiro. You know who killed Chihiro. You did. You killed Chihiro. It's fucking... You did it. I'm gonna talk to my favorite girl, best girl. Hey, best girl.
Well, then.
No, you're not who I wanted. I mean, you're best girl, too.
Shall we go?
Oh man. Alright, let's just go. Let's do this. With one last breath, I walked towards the elevator on shaky legs. I am calling out Byaku on this one. It was Byaku. The steel box sank with heavy clunking sounds deeper and deeper into ground. As we went deeper, the uneasiness in my heart grew bigger and bigger. The elevator was unaffected, however, and continued to descend without hesitation, until finally, ding, it came to a sudden stop. It's time to get in the circle of jerkin, the jerkin circle. Okay, what do you think?
What do you think? I redecorated, isn't it so fresh? Isn't it so exciting?
Don't waste our time with these stupid questions. Let's get this over with.
Good, you're raring to go. Gotta say, I don't hate it at all. Nope, not at all.
Well,
Okay, well, let's get this show on the road.
thrills, chills.
Jordan, his expression was hilarious, but it gets better. Whose expression? A deadly judgment, a deadly deception, a deadly betrayal, a deadly riddle, a deadly defense, a deadly fate, a deadly class trial. My expression, what? When I figured out that she was a buzzity boy? It's supposed to be Mickey. It's Mickey. Open. Oh, set skills. Open handbook. I feel like I missed some stuff. Anyway. Increase bullet capacity effective during the bullet time battle. Sure.
Let's begin with a basic explanation of the class trial. So, your votes will determine the results. If you can figure out who done it, then only they will receive punishment. But then I'll punish everyone Okay, let's talk about the murder weapon!
First, we have to make clear what was used to deliver the fatal blow. There was really one option. There's no contest here. That's the one.
Chihiro's fatal injury. It appears it was a head wound.
What? Oh, it has to contradict. I forgot about
Chihiro's
that.
fatal injury. It appears it was a head wound.
It was, yes.
According to the Monokuma file, the killer used a blunt instrument. But what kind of blunt instrument could it have been?
Bam! What? Really? Oh God! I keep forgetting you have to contradict it. I'm like, it's this. It's this.
Chihiro's fatal injury. It appears it was a head wound.
I just have to tell someone
According to the Monokuma
who says
file,
what's
the
wrong
killer
what it
used
really
a
is.
blunt
I
instrument.
have to tell the wrong person
What
what it
kind
is.
of blunt instrument could it have been?
Could it have been a hammer?
It was an iron pipe.
Interesting.
Fuck! No! God damn it!
That certainly would make for a powerful weapon.
Poor Chihiro.
Why do you think it was an iron pipe? Who thought of that?
Chihiro's fatal injury. It appears it was a head wound.
According to the Monokuma file, the killer used a blunt instrument. But
Yeah, I'm
what
gonna use
kind
the
of
fucking
blunt
time
instrument
thing.
Could it have been?
I bet it was an iron pipe.
I bet it was an iron pipe.
No, it's wrong.
Jesus Christ.
Can we agree that the object that dealt the fatal blow was the dumbbell? It was covered in blood. And there was nothing else at the scene that could have caused that kind of injury.
And the wound on the victim's head is consistent with the shape of the dumbbell. As far as I'm concerned, there's no mistake and no room for doubt on this one.
You looked at her head wound?
Why wouldn't you?
Yay! That's so creepy!
Or it's not. No.
If you don't mind, I will proceed from here. Let's move on to discussion of the culprit.
Oh, that would be cool.
Although, I believe the criminal behind this heinous act is already quite clear.
What? For real?
Chihiro's killer is the fiendish serial killer, Genocide Jack.
Genocide Jack, the fiendish serial killer. Did he really kill Chihiro? A new element has been added to non-stop debates. Yeah, I don't remember the mechanics of this damn game. Those lines of white noise will appear to disrupt your interactions. Your truth bullets will just disappear if they hit these lines, so think of them as obstacles. You press the right mouse button to attach the silencer, which you can use to shoot down the white noise. However, if you shoot an actual remark with your silencer, the timeline will decrease. Oh, but if your action difficulty is set to gentle, white noise won't appear at all. In which case, you can forget about the silencer and just focus on the situation. Well then, goodbye. Genocide Jack case file. It's the only bullet I have.
The culprit is Genocide Jack. I'm sure of it. Case closed, as far as I'm concerned.
But
That's impossible!
What if I say that's right?
Why? What makes it impossible?
Well, I mean...
Oh! Oh, I'm supposed to right-click the purple text.
There's just no proof for it.
No, that's wrong.
What does break mean?
I might know one reason he could be involved.
What?
I found this file while I was looking around the archive in the library. I guess it's some kind of confidential file the police put together about the Genocide Jack case.
What? That's kind of weird as shit, isn't it? What was something like that doing in the library?
The why of it is probably more trouble than it's worth. So let's forget about that for now. More importantly, it outlines all the specifics of every
Why didn't
genocide
I hope
Jack
you
case
brought it to
in
the thing so
exceeding
people could
detail.
review it as evidence.
According to the file, there appear to be 2 defining characteristics in every Genocide Jack case.
Yeah, right. I found the file. You got handed it to by a guy.
The first is that a bloody message is found written at the scene of every...
Oh, that's right. Boob lust.
No. It's actually bloodlust.
Boob lust.
But more important is the other characteristic. And it's something that is
Did
never
you make
been
KMP
made
leave?
public.
Never made public? What the hell is it?
Why don't you tell them, Makoto?
If I'm not mistaken, it has to do with the positioning of the body.
I got it! Apparently, in every Genocide Jack case, the killer suspends the body in a certain way. Other than the killer, the only people who know about this are the higher-ups in the police department.
And anyone who would have seen one of the crimes.
However, Chihiro was most definitely suspended in the same way. So, how did the culprit know about this when only high-level police officials were aware of it? There's only one logical answer I can think of. It's because the culprit in this case is the real Genocide Jack.
No fucking way!
You're saying Genocide Jack is one of us?
Yes, in fact, it's Toko.
What?
Genocide Jack's true identity is Toko Fukawa.
Yep. She told us.
What? Hey, okay, wait, hold on a sec. Toko has, like, bloodophobia or whatever, remember? What kind of serial killer is afraid of blood?
She's not afraid. She faints.
Is Toko Genocide Jack? The answer is yes and no.
Another riddle. Man. why
She
is
has
this guy just
dissociative
so
personality
complicated?
disorder. I forget what this means. What the fuck? What? What am I? What? I'm trying to figure out what the word is. So, what the fuck is the word? Is it? Oh, schizo. Schizo. It's fucking schizophrenia. Okay. That's not fair. It's not the full word. It's fucking schizo. No.
Is it because Genocide Jack has a split personality?
Huh?
I think I read that. They thought that the suspect might have, what did they call it? Dissociative identity disorder.
Oh, okay. But still, to go and say that about Miss Fukawa is...
Perfectly acceptable. Toko's strange behavior after seeing the body is proof enough that she has a split personality.
One thing that shows Toko could have should have to do with her. It has to do with her behavior. she fainted, she arrived late, her behavior changed.
I got it!
No.
You're talking about how she started acting totally different than usual, right?
Yes.
That's right. Think back. She fainted when she saw Chihiro's corpse, and then, when she woke up...
Fine. Hey, are you dead?
She was
Bitch
acting
is fucking
funny,
crazy.
that's for sure. That melancholy tone of hers completely disappeared.
Don't go assigning adjectives to my tone without permission.
Not to mention, once she regained consciousness and saw Chihiro's body again, she was utterly calm. In other words, within her is one personality that can handle blood, and one that obviously can't.
So when Toko trapped herself in her room, it's because she was scared of Genocide Jack?
Yup. I won't let Genocide Jack have control. That was the most fucking obvious fucking drop of all time.
The reason she locked herself in her room wasn't to keep other people from getting in. It was to keep her other personality from getting out.
Wow. That's amazing.
Toko was afraid. Afraid of the murderous fiend inside of her.
How? Yeah. How can you know all this?
I do believe you misunderstood her. What she's trying to say isn't, how can you know all this? No. What she wants to know is, how could you tell them?
Huh?
Last night,
told
just before
him.
Monokuma gave his motive speech, Toko and I had a strange conversation. She told me a most interesting story. She said a murderous fiend lived within her, and she was afraid it could appear and attack at any time. And that trepidation is what's caused her to have such a bleak attitude. Isn't that right, Toko?
This is all a lie.
You said you wouldn't tell anyone.
What?
You promised. I can't believe you lied.
You have only yourself to blame. You came to me with your tragic little story. I didn't ask you to. This is the real world, not some romantic fantasy fairy tale. Besides, you broke your promise first. You said that as long as you were here, no matter what, you wouldn't let Genocide Jack kill anyone. But in spite of that promise...
She didn't do it. He did it. I am just more certain than ever. More certain than ever. He has set this up to just make it look like her. So easy for him.
You said if I kept my promise, you would go out with me. That's the only reason I promised.
How many times do I have to tell you? I never said that, but you weren't able to do it. You just couldn't resist that rush you got from killing, could you?
I tried. I swear I tried to control
Hey,
it.
this one pizza.
But your efforts were useless. What a disappointment.
You're a fucking asshole, and I know you did it.
I hate you.
I hate him too.
Well, the opening act is nearly finished. All that's left is to hear from the person in question directly.
The person you don't mean.
Togo's body suddenly lunges backwards. A huge thud echoes across the courtroom in the next second. What the fuck?
Hello there.
Why
Is
are her
it
eyes
you
like
hoping
that?
to see?
Genocide Jill? God, her eyes are terrifying. Why are they like that? That's not some... What? That's not how eyes work. Hey cutie, how are you? What game is this? Hello Katsuni-han. Thank you for the compliment. This is a murder mystery anime game called Danganronpa. And no spoilers if you've seen it. I'm playing it for the first time. We're trying to figure out who killed a girl.
What the heck? So you figured it out, huh? Well, whatever. What are you gonna do? I'm the ultimate murderous fiend, Genocide Jack! Or better yet, let's go with Genocide Jill!
What the fuck is this?
Toko, what happened to you?
Not Toko, that's a loser name. And what happened is a textbook split personality. So what if one of them happens to be a serial killer? You should turn a blind eye to one's fault.
Thanks. Jesus Christ. What's wrong with your tongue? And teeth.
Intense.
Like they say, sound in murderous mind, sound in murderous body.
This one is so different from the one we've come to know.
Yes, well, the world is composed of a front and a back, you know. Just like how every inning has a top and a bottom, or how in the depths of every truth lives a little lie. Behind every dark and gloomy soul lives another that shines as bright as the sun!
This is the murderous fiend Genocide Jack? This is beyond insane.
Miss Jack, Jill, can I ask you a question?
What's up?
Some of us think you might be the mastermind behind our entire situation. What are your thoughts on that?
Well, I'll tell you, I am the mastermind of all masterminds!
That's Sakura, and she's a learner.
Then it's not true?
Of course it's not true! How dare you try to link me to that creepazoid! And another thing, the police and government and society in the outside world are totally powerless! I mean, they just let this idiotic, bloodthirsty maniac go buck wild all over town!
Sure, I'm a bloodthirsty maniac, but life is pain, right? To live is
They're all
to hurt
guilty.
other people.
Job done.
It's a necessary evil if you want to survive. Just kidding again!
I hate her, she's annoying.
This should be enough to convince you. This murderous fiend is responsible for Chihiro's death.
No, you did it.
There's clearly a motive.
A motive?
Remember what Monokuma told us? If someone didn't murder and graduate within 24 hours, an embarrassing memory or secret would be revealed. Well, let's assume that Toko's secret was about Genocide Jack. If a secret like that came to light, Toko's life would have undoubtedly been forever ruined. So she had a very clear motive to never have—
Interesting. Very, very, very interesting. But sorry, as much as I hate to admit it, I'm not the culprit.
Huh?
But I cannot imagine anyone other than you could murder someone in such a bizarre fashion.
Maybe so, but nevertheless, it's the truth.
Do you really expect any of us to believe you?
Yeah. I could never believe a word you say, you monster!
Maybe she's totally right about that, but something's still bothering me. What she said, I need to get some more details on this.
Make my argument.
Sorry, but I didn't kill anyone!
You say that, but do you really expect any of us to believe it?
Perhaps if you had an alibi, that would change things.
Oh, an alibi, huh? Now we're talking!
When you compare your past murders to this incident, the modus operandi matches completely.
No, that's wrong. Are the methods of murder really exactly the same? I'm not so sure about that.
Okay, do it.
I think there's a slight difference between the Genocide Jack cases and this one.
Huh? How's it any different?
Blunt weapon.
Uh-oh, you don't know? Well then, human garbage, let me tell you!
She likes to stab.
I murder with passion and conviction. I consider myself a professional, and I have a very particular way of doing things. Imagine you go to a fancy Italian restaurant.
Those victims are all
and
men.
Very picky about the
Oh, that's
noodles,
true, too.
the sauce, everything. But what happened to Chihiro? It'd be like if that same Italian restaurant started using ragu or Chef Boyardee. This is no creation of mine.
Let me rephrase that in a way that maybe makes more sense.
You just spoiled that, Peyton. Come on.
There are two clear differences between the Genocide Jack cases and this one.
Yeah, she uses scissors, and she's a stabber.
I got it! For one, the cause of death is different. In the Genocide Jack murders, all the victims were killed the same way.
With scissors.
According to the case file, they were all apparently killed with a pair of scissors. But Chihiro died from a blow to the head, right?
Ah, yes. That is remarkably different from the other murders.
Wouldn't it be strange for someone who kills the same way without fail to suddenly change their method? And there's more. One more conflicting detail.
That's right! In my recipe of murder, if the bloody message is the tortellini, then the arrangement of the body would be the pesto sauce!
This makes me hungry. I want pesto
Please stop
sauce. I want
comparing
pasta.
killing people to cooking?
So, are you saying the other difference has to do with how the body was arranged?
Yeah.
I got it! Do you remember what the killer used to suspend her? They used some kind of rope to hang
It was
her
an
up
extension
by her
cord.
wrist.
Don't call it some kind of rope.
Well, in all the previous Genocide Jack cases, something else was used to suspend
Carb
her.
overload. Yum.
Specifically, pairs of razor-sharp scissors.
Which is fucking terrifying. Look, it's in the fucking wall. How much force does that little girl have? Like,
And guess what? I used my own specially designed scissors for the murders and the arrangement. Like I said, I'm a professional, so naturally I'm very picky about the tools I use. And you know what else? Big Mac said there's two differences, but he's wrong.
Big Mac? Are you referring to me?
Makoto. That's
Listen
cute.
up, Big Mac. There's actually one more difference.
Huh?
They're all boys.
You really didn't notice? Take a look at who the victims were in each Genocide Jack case. There's a pattern there, just waiting to be discovered.
A pattern?
Figure that out, and it'll be plain as death why I couldn't have possibly killed that little lolly girl.
I got it! Is it because Chihiro was a girl?
Peyton gave me this answer. I feel cheated. I mean, I probably would have figured it out from those clues, though. They weren't lovers, and they weren't friends.
What are you talking about?
In all the Genocide Jack cases, all the victims had something in common.
They had wingles.
They were all guys?
That's right! The people I kill with such passion and conviction are all adorable little men!
Adorable little men. Sign me up to be Genocide Jill. Peyton's little, right? KMP's little, too. Ninja Monster's little.
The hell is wrong with you?
I can't help it! I'm just a full-throttle boy-on-boy fangirl, and the mopey side of me just hates it. But now I'm on the fast track to becoming a full-fledged fan madam!
So, since Chihiro was a girl and not an adorable little man, you wouldn't kill her?
Would an Italian chef suddenly start making ramen just because they're both noodles? Don't be stupid. I have too much passion and conviction to cross that line. That's the absolute reality of the one and only.
Any other adorable little men in my chat? Please send me your phone number. What?
We get it. You clearly explained your hobby and your philosophy.
I definitely won't
But
murder
that's
you.
not
anymore.
all there is to it.
Or stick you to a wall with scissors.
It's a different matter entirely when you're forced to kill in order to survive.
Quiet, lowly cur!
Lowly cur?
I would never kill for a reason as petty as mere survival. And if by some fluke I did kill to survive, why would I bother with the message and arrangement? It'd make me the obvious suspect.
That does make some amount of sense.
She called him out. That tongue, though.
Whatever reason I have for killing,
She ain't afraid of no butthole.
never leave out my prized scissors. Who would go out of their way to use a big, stupid, heavy dumbbell?
Maybe you used the dumbbell because you couldn't find any scissors in the school?
Any scissors? I don't just use any scissors. I only use my own set of high-class envy of the entire world scissors!
Okay, whatever. There still aren't any in the school.
Are you sure about that?
She's fully equipped.
That's right! So I can kill anywhere, anytime. Why would I resort to dumbbells or rope when I have my trusty scissors by my side? Go ahead, tell me I'm wrong. You can't, can you? Gutter dogs, all of you. Not to mention, I have no clue how to tie a good knot. So rope's totally out of the question anyway.
I have no idea what's going on anymore. Could such a heinous villain really be innocent?
Yes.
But the body really was suspended, right? And nobody but the police knew about that.
Yeah. That's why...
Well, there is one person who could have copied Genocide Jack pieces. Select someone! Boop, 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 boop.
Here's my answer. Byakuya, it's possible you could have found out, isn't it? You'd have no problem gaining access to classified government documents or internal police records. Plus, you'd already looked through the Genocide Jack file before this all happened.
Are you saying Mr. Togami did it?
I am saying that, bitch.
Then the reason
Pin me
he
down,
pushed the
Poppy.
theory of Genocide
Katsu.
Jack being the killer so hard was
I asked for that phone number.
because he wanted to pin the crime on her.
I want to do one of those like Arrested Development blinks where it's like
So, you reached the scene to disguise it and make it look like I put my stamp on it. The adorable glasses man was behind it all. Oh, I'm on fire!
Well, Byakuya, what's your response?
I see. So now the suspicion falls on me.
yes, because you did it.
Then I must ask, when would you say I began acting suspicious? Surely you must have an answer.
The way you were acting right before we discovered the body was a little strange. You wanted to go to the girls' locker room right away, right? But
I should have naturally thought of the boys' locker room first. Is that what you want to say? The victim was Chihiro, a girl. Hence why I said we should check the girls' locker room.
But we didn't know who the victim was.
Nothing strange about that, I'd say.
on the contrary, there's something very strange.
We didn't know she was the victim yet.
Okay then, what's so strange about it? Go ahead, share with the rest of the class.
When we met up, there were many people missing. We didn't know it was Chihiro. Oh my goodness. Oh my god, Katsu! Holy shit, thank you so much for that sub hype. Damn. Thank you for using your Twitch Prime on me. Can we get some hype in this chat? I need some Roblox love for Katsu. Thank you. Thank you. Truth flashback. Weak spot. Hold on the left mouse button. Then you'll memorize that weak spot. Memorized phrase can only be shot once as a single truth bullet. If you shoot it or change the bullet, it will disappear from your cylinder. However, you can use flashback feature as many times as you want. You don't seem to have the answer to a lie or contradiction in your loaded bullets. Might be wise to memorize a different weak spot and use this to make your face. Oh god. How the fuck do I flashback? Rip, no problem, my partner immediately follows you. I was like, he's special. You're Neepers, you're Jeremy's boyfriend, partner?
So, you said Byakuya was acting kind of weird before we found the body.
No,
But he
I
was
don't.
acting weird.
How do I flashback? What's the flashback button? Target a weak spot, then hold. Oh shit! I need to memorize that.
With the opportunity to check out the
Well,
girls'
thank you.
locker room.
I'm very very honored.
Absolutely take it. That's a natural reaction for any guy.
The victim was Chihiro, who was a girl. So of course I would suggest we check
need to go
the
back
girls'
around.
locker room first. There was no time for pointless distractions. What's so strange about that?
You wish you'd taken me with you.
No,
Do it again. I need to memorize that first thing.
So, you said Byakuya was acting kind of weird before we found the body. But he was acting weird... how?
If you're presented with the opportunity to check out the girls' locker room,
You absolutely take it. That's a reaction for any
Jesus
guy.
Christ, this pervert. I didn't even
The
notice.
victim was Chihiro, who was a girl.
Before we found the
So,
body.
of course, I would suggest we check the girls' locker room first. There was no time for pointless distractions.
No!
What's so strange about that?
I wish you'd taken me
I
with
barely missed it. I missed it by like a hair. My asshole is clenched. Also, I'm like, Dirty Meeper is like the nicest person. Thank you so much. Thank him for me.
But he was
He's
acting
such a sweetie.
weird.
If you're presented with the opportunity
I'm so mad at
to
myself for
check out
missing
the
that.
girls' locker room,
What the fuck?
You absolutely take it.
You
That's
absolutely
a natural
take it.
reaction for any guy.
This guy is the worst.
The victim
Was Chihiro.
No, that's wrong. I'll tell you what's so strange about that.
Creeper, no creeping.
Because up until we actually discovered the body, we couldn't have known who the victim was. So your claim that you went to the girls' locker room first because Chihiro was the victim doesn't hold up.
I see. That's a good answer, I must admit. Interesting. Very interesting indeed. But your reasoning is still too weak.
Huh?
What's wrong? Is that it? Surely you've got more than that. Go ahead. Show us.
Okay, bitch. I've got him cornered, but he's acting like he has nothing to do with
What's the
him.
matter? You're not finished already, are you? There must be more to it.
There is. I think.
There is more to it. Think about it. We just talked about the differences between the proof you're looking for is hidden in there.
Oh? Proof that I'm the culprit, you mean?
Yep. What could it be? Extension cord? Locker room? Oh no, the locker room stuff's gonna happen later. Library desk lamp.
What? The difference between the cases? You want me to explain it again? When I want to kill, I use my very own special scissors.
Maybe?
And I use those same scissors to arrange the body.
But Chihiro was suspended with... It was some kind of rope. Was it not?
That's right. It absolutely was.
then there must be something very fishy indeed about that rope.
Hey, Byakuya, where'd you get it from, huh?
I've never seen that rope before in my
life.
No, no. How do I change my bullet? How do I change my bullet?
Obviously,
How do I
somebody
change my
else
bullet?
must have had it
How do I
hidden
change my
away
damn bullet? Fuck! Fuck. I didn't need a flashback.
The difference between the cases?
God damn it.
You want me to explain it again? When I want to kill,
If you
I
can't,
use my
oh,
very
you
own
can't
special
over-recorded one?
And I use those same scissors to arrange the body.
But Chihiro was suspended with...
I couldn't have known.
It was some kind of rope. Was it not?
That's right. It absolutely was.
Then there must be something very fishy indeed about that rope.
Hey, Byakuya, where'd you get it from, huh?
I'd never seen that
rope before in my life.
No, that's wrong. Actually, I'm pretty sure you have seen it before. Because, you see, that rope, that extension cord...
What? An extension cord?
Byakuya, you've used the extension cord in the library more than once. And the same extension cord that was in the library all this time went missing after the murder. And there's no way someone who uses that extension cord as much as you do wouldn't discover that fact.
And Byakuya must be the one who took the extension cord. I can't imagine any other possibility.
That's really what you think? Then your conclusion is something like this. I killed Chihiro in the girls' locker room, then hung her up and wrote that bloody message. I intentionally made it look like Genocide Jack was behind it. Is that about right?
He's totally calm, totally unconcerned, as if he isn't even involved. What? Not even involved.
What's wrong? I asked you if you think that's what happened.
Hell yes, that's what happened. So that's it, right? Byakuya's the killer.
I don't disagree with not disagreeing.
He kept calling this a game, right? So he'd be told.
Sorry, but could we hold on just a second? I think we need to talk about this a little more.
Why is my character so cute?
We've already decided who did it.
Can we talk about this a little more?
I know, but still. There's something that's still bothering me.
Is that right? And what, pray tell, is still bothering you? I killed her in the girls' locker room. Specifically, I dressed it up to make it look like it was the work of a homicidal psychopath.
Yeah.
What about all that bothers you?
Wait, what was that just now? Something's not right. Chihiro's body was definitely found in the girls' locker room. But does that mean, can I really just accept what Byakuya said is true? No, I don't think so. There's definitely something off about what he said. The scene of the crime!
I got it! You say you
I
killed
made it
Chihiro in the
yours.
girls'
Hello,
locker room,
sushi
right?
dude. I love you, my friend.
But are you sure about that? Isn't it possible that the murder took place somewhere else?
Yes.
How disappointing. What kind of question is that? Even in the world of disappointments, this is a true letdown.
Ad hominem.
She was found dead in the girls' locker room. There is absolutely no question about that. How could the scene of the crime have been anywhere else?
Well, I think it's entirely
You're not
possible
attacking
that
my
she was
argument,
killed
you're just
somewhere
calling,
else,
you're attacking me
then
and calling me
carried there later.
disappointing. That's not an argument, that's ad hominem. Fuck you. That's not how you fucking debate. You crazy asshole. See? That's ad hominem.
Along with the rest of the murder scene.
The rest of the murder scene? That was awfully specific. Please tell me you have a reason for saying all of that.
I believe I do.
Did I just take you off guard? When the story suddenly moved to the crime scene, Byakuya wasn't so confident. Who'd been so confident up until now? Maybe Byakuya never realized that the actual scene of the crime could have been elsewhere.
Hey, don't just move on
How is
without
that spelled?
permission.
A-D
What do you mean she was killed somewhere else?
H-O-M-I-N-E-M. Ad hominem. It's a literary term. It's Latin. Hey, don't just move on to permission without. It's when you attack a person instead of their argument. So instead of actually, so it's like I say, you stole, and he's like, you're crazy. I didn't steal. I have been attacked and been told I was crazy, but he didn't address my argument. Really, he didn't like. He just called me crazy. Anyway. Or no, yeah. Anyway, hey. Don't just move on without permission. What do you mean she was killed somewhere else?
Come on, Makoto. If there's any chance the murder took place somewhere else, let's see the proof.
Evidence shows that the murder took place somewhere else. There was something switched between the boys' room and the... There were two things. The carpet. Oh. The fucking poster then. Where's the... Wait, did I miss it? On that handbook, okay, alley. Posters, there it is. No! Shit!
Shoot!
No! I didn't fucking... God damn it.
I got it! The proof that she was killed somewhere else is the poster that's hanging in each
Misclicks
locker
are a
room.
real enemy, damn it. Damn you, misclicks!
Is some posters?
The poster in the girl, a picture of a big boobed supermodel. But don't you think that's kind of strange?
I know that's kind of strange because I remember talking about getting boners in the boys' locker
Why
room.
would the girls' locker room have a poster like that?
I bet those massive jugs of hers were totally fake!
Big boob lust.
Meanwhile,
Boob lust.
the boys' locker room had a poster of the super popular boy band Tornado. Again, that doesn't really seem to belong in a boys' locker room.
So you're saying that maybe the posters were switched?
And there's one other thing I noticed about the locker room. You know what I'm talking about.
You're referring to my protein coffee, aren't you?
Protein coffee is what she calls the shit she takes after her fucking workouts.
Protein coffee?
While I was in the girls' locker room earlier, I spilled some protein coffee on the carpet. But I noticed that after the murder, the stain had been totally scrubbed away.
Protein coffee exists. It does. But she's just mixing protein powder with coffee. Which also I think works. Doesn't mean it's delicious.
I got it! The stain on the girls' locker room carpet wasn't scrubbed away. In fact, I found it on the boys' locker room carpet.
That's definitely the stain from my protein coffee.
Do I have photos then?
Then, does that mean that the carpets were switched too?
Depends on what else you have in the coffee.
Why would anyone do that?
I can help you with that, Sky Xanon.
To move the murder scene from one locker room to the other. It's certainly plausible, don't you think? What? In other words, in order to completely swap the scene of the crime, the blood-stained poster and carpet were moved along with the dead body. By doing this, the killer was able to change the entire room.
I drink my coffee black.
I can
But how do you drink your
follow
protein
your
coffee?
reasoning, but why would the culprit bother doing that?
Huh?
Why would they go through all that trouble of switching the scene of the crime?
Because there's blood on everything, bitch.
Actually, an even bigger question. If the murder did take place in the boys' locker room, then how did Chihiro get in the boys' locker room?
Because she
in the
is
first
#1 programmer in Japan.
To get into the locker rooms, you have to
Programmer
sign
number
the
1!
handbook, but Chihiro's handbook should have only allowed her access to the girls' locker room. She had no way to get into the boys' locker room to be—
No, she did have a way, and I can tell you what it was.
I highly doubt that.
Shut up! I'm telling you, I know how she could have done it.
This guy. Is he right? Could she? Why are we just not letting him tell? Why not just let him tell it? Why? Why is he not allowed to just say what it is? I want him to hear aliens. Fucking aliens.
Is it really possible? Could Chihiro really have gotten into the boys' locker room somehow?
Ah! I got it! She must have hacked her e-handbook. She was the ultimate programmer, after all. I'm sure that would have been no problem for her.
She didn't hack
No, I
hers.
don't think that's it. She used the thing that was in the main hall.
Huh? What thing?
I'm talking about Leon's handbook, of course.
No, that's wrong.
I did it!
No, I don't think Chihiro used Leon's handbook.
Why not?
Because Leon's handbook was broken.
Oh. Well, then, yeah, I guess that'd be pretty impossible, huh?
I am struck silent by how quickly you gave up.
Savage.
Plus, isn't there a regulation against using someone else's handbook?
Actually, the rule states that loaning your handbook is prohibited. It says nothing about borrowing one.
You keep saying borrowing, but you mean taking.
In other words, you could borrow a dead person's handbook all you want, and you'd be safe.
Yup. Hit the nail square on the noggin.
Of course, if it were broken, that wouldn't make any sense anyway.
So then, she must have hacked hers, like I said. She used her ultimate programmer skills and—
You can't fix an e-handbook. The instant you open one up, a security buzzer starts blaring.
So, if she didn't use Leon's handbook, and she didn't modify her own handbook,
maybe Mr. Naegi's initial assumption is just wrong?
It seems like there's no way she could have got into the boys' locker room. So I guess so.
Okay then, I vote for Byakuya.
Still.
Hold on a second.
Yes, come through, Kyoko!
I agree with you, though. I think you're on the right track.
She's gonna save it because the Lolly Girl had a wiener.
What the? You finally decide to open your mouth and that's what you got to say?
Lolly girl with the penis.
There's no way she could get in the boys' locker room, right? So...
And that shit was a boy.
Why are you so sure she couldn't get in? There's still one other way she could have gained access.
What are you talking about? What other way is
Check
there?
the body closely, she said.
Well, to explain
You
that,
didn't.
why don't we take a little break from the trial? I'd like you all to come see something.
We're gonna see her bulge.
Wait.
It's the plot from Ace
What do you
Ventura.
think you're doing?
Don't worry. This'll make the whole trial more exciting.
We're
I'm sure
gonna
that
see the
thought must
dingle.
please you.
Huh? It'll make things more exciting? Well, all right then. I declare an official class trial recess.
For real?
Now then, what is it you want to show us? It better not be boring or I'll be very unhappy.
Time to see the
I have no doubt
dingo.
you'll meet your lofty expectations. So, shall we go?
We're gonna see the dingo! A dingo! So before I even knew what was happening, the class trial had been put on hold. We headed off with Kyoko in the lead. Where she took us was the murder scene. Fucking know where else. You know what we're gonna see, guys? You know what we're gonna see?
The girls' locker room?
We've already searched this place top to...
I'd like you to examine the victim's body one more time.
Hold on. Diok!
Be sure to examine the entire body very carefully.
Examine her carefully. No way!
It's probably best if I don't run my hands all over a girl's dead body.
It's not that I'm creeped out or anything, it's just... based on religion.
I have
Very
such
well.
a face off.
I'll do it.
But you're a girl. You shouldn't have to touch a dead body. Just let one of the boys do it.
Fuck you.
No, it's okay.
I hate how
Chihiro
inherently
would rather
sexist
have
this
a girl
game is.
Examine her. So just leave this to me.
Sakura. What is this? Some kind of secret girl-on-girl action? Is that what you two are about? That's not it at all. Stop screwing around.
Jesus Christ.
Okay, here I go. I'm sorry, Chihiro. Please excuse the intrusion.
Be sure to check her entire body, and I believe we will solve this particular mystery.
Her entire body? I know you say that, but... What? This is... What is this...
Gay!
What is it?
Not possible. It's not possible.
Sakura's eyes were wild, staring widely at Chihiro's lifeless form. Her massive frame trembled.
This girl is...
Is what?
Is a boy!
How could this happen to me?
Jock! Lesbian pizza, please do not use trap to refer to trans people. I really don't like that word.
She was actually
Also, she has a
interesting. Thank you.
What? You're joking, right?
I wouldn't joke about this.
I wouldn't.
Then
Whatever you want to clip, sure. Clipping is not restricted. Anyone can clip.
Chihiro was a guy?
Yeah, Link. Oh, mod Link.
Oh, what, you guys? Chihiro Fujisaki was totally a guy.
He was a cross-dresser? Oh, I'm really on fire! I wish I had killed him!
So that's what Kyoko wanted to show everyone, huh? Interesting.
What we got here? Yep. 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 Ha! Gay!
Yes, that certainly does make things much more exciting. Now let's ride this wave of excitement back to the courtroom and get back to the trial.
That's why she didn't want to hang out with people in the girls' room.
I do apologize
She's
for
not
keeping
a
you
girl.
waiting. Now then, let's resume the class trial. We've all just learned of the shocking revelation that Chihiro was actually a boy. Let's pick up from there.
Yes, well.
She examined the
I don't know his
body.
reason for hiding it.
Anatomy.
But the fact is, Chihiro was not a girl, but a boy.
To think that Chihiro was actually a guy. The thought had never even crossed my mind.
And because the victim was male, he would have had no problem gaining access to the boys' locker room.
I really love her.
Assuming his handbook did, in fact, list his gender as male.
She felt him
then yes,
down.
that would be true.
Yes.
Of course his handbook said he was a boy. He dressed like a girl, but he was a boy through and through.
I'm sick of this damn backwards ass game.
So then, there should be no issue with Makoto's initial assertion.
If Chihiro was trans, I'll beat that damn bear.
The victim was killed in the boys' locker room and was then later moved to the girls' locker room. And the killer could have easily used Sayaka or Junko's handbook to get into the girls' locker room.
So Chihiro really was killed in the boys' locker room?
I still don't understand the motive for moving the body, but yes, that does seem plausible.
I mean, they still kind of did.
Well,
They still got-
I must admit, I did find it rather odd. I knew he felt a little off. There was a certain incongruity to his female body.
This is the most titillating situation!
Genocide Jill, I'm with you.
So now everything has been connected. All the mysteries have finally become clear.
Okay, well, connected or clear or whatever. We still think you're the killer, remember?
Very interesting.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
This has become very interesting.
You're gonna
indeed.
die, asshole. Shut up.
He's off in his own little world.
You lost the game.
What about you, Makoto? After everything we've learned, do you still think Byakuya's the killer?
Yes.
Well, without a doubt, Byakuya is the one that made Chihiro's death look like Genocide Jack did it. But I think he might not actually be the killer after all.
Alright, I mean, who could have killed him then?
What?
Why frame Genocide
You
Jack?
the one who accused him in the first place?
Oh my god, was it Fatty?
He just seems to be too easygoing about all this. Like he's enjoying us solving the mystery.
Alright, it was not handed to me on a plot. I did not expect that switch. I have been duped. Game
The
hath
way he's
duped.
acting, it makes
Game
it seem
hath
like it doesn't
doopy.
have anything to do with him.
And you think that might be because it doesn't have anything to do with him?
Plus, the evidence he left behind was a little too... how can I put it? Overt. He consciously chose to use the extension cord, knowing it could connect him to the murder. At least, that's how I see it. And Byakuya, when you found out the murder took place in the boys' locker room, it seemed to rattle you. And then again, when you found out Chihiro was actually a guy, if you really were the killer, that stuff wouldn't have had any effect on you.
So that's your thinking, huh? Well, it bothers me that you don't have more concrete reasons, but it's fine. I guess I'll mark it as correct for the time being.
Mark it as correct?
He's right. I am not the culprit. I just happened to come across the corpse in the girls' locker room and decided to alter it.
Are you fucking with us right now?
No, I am not effing with you right now. I'm telling you the truth.
Well, I find it very hard to believe.
Go ahead. Find it very hard to believe. you're free to be executed along with the rest
Damn.
of us.
If you're really telling the truth, then
So who did it?
what?
My reasons hardly matter right now. Uncovering the culprit is much more important, wouldn't you say? Now then.
Was it Jesus,
if it
man?
wasn't me, who was it?
Well, I don't think I can say for
They
sure
would have to be
without talking about it a little more.
Relatively strong to crush a head in with a dumbbell.
We're seriously gonna keep going?
Is it that
We're
guy?
all good, aren't we? I thought it was clear Byakuya did.
Oh, look, he's got sweat beads.
No, I'm with Makoto. If there's any doubt whatsoever,
he's got a lot
we
more
need to
sweat
explore
beads,
every
though.
possibility. Because if we're wrong, we all die here.
That's true. Very well then. I'm with you too.
Damn straight. Count me in.
Do you not have a mind of your own?
Of course I do. What am I, an ant or something?
Anyway, let's discuss this all as a group.
Oh man, I've
one more
got sweat
time.
beads. There's sweat
We still
beads
have time to
everywhere.
make our decision.
That's very true.
Our lives are all on the line.
Excellent. Then shall we resume our game of hide and seek?
But if Byakuya didn't do it, then who's the real killer? Who murdered Chihiro? There's one thing I could be sure that we know about the killer. The killer was able to gain access to the real murder scene, which means the killer is a boy.
I got it!
We need a boy's handbook to get in. Since Leon's handbook is apparently broken, the killer would have had to use their own. In other words, he had to be the guy. But still enough. We need more crews. More crews! Celeste's account. She was off to meet someone.
Isn't there a single clue
that might lead us to
who did it?
Maybe this one. Oh wait, no, that's not a contradiction. Fuck.
Shoot!
I always fuck
Isn't
that
there
up.
a single clue that might lead us to who did it?
What if I need this one?
Well, clues are one thing, but
No, that's dumb.
did nobody get a look at the killer?
I'm sure if someone saw the killer, they would have said something by now.
Perhaps someone saw the victim at some point. Even that might be enough for now.
Celeste did.
Yeah. All we need right now is any kind of new info.
What? That is new info. Come on. What's fucking... I forget how you have to contradict them. And how
Isn't there a
God damn
single
it.
clue that might lead us to who did it?
Well, clues are one thing, but did nobody get a look at the killer?
I'm sure if someone saw the killer, they would have said something by now.
Bear looks suspicious too.
Perhaps someone saw the victim at some point. Even that might be enough for now.
Yeah. All we need right now is any kind of new info.
It's over. It's all over. You want to know who saw the victim? The killer. And only the killer.
Ba-bam!
No, that's wrong.
Yes, how? Lies, bitch! We got you!
I believe someone else did see the victim.
Now that you mention it, yes, I did see him.
Huh? Really?
Oh, but I suppose only Makoto knows about this.
Makoto?
The rest of you had no idea, did you? That is why you're all making such ugly noises.
Whatever! Just hurry up and tell us!
It was last night, right before nighttime. I saw Chihiro in the dormitory warehouse. I saw him stuffing a track jacket into a duffel bag, and then, I assume, he headed off to exercise.
He's so cute!
Track jacket and a duffel bag? But we didn't find anything like that at the murder scene.
It seems likely that
did
the
not.
culprit destroyed them to get rid of any evidence.
Who's the trash man?
And that is when he said something that struck me as rather
Because it
odd.
wasn't in the laundry room. I better get going, I'm trying to hurry.
Chihiro told me he was in a hurry, but why would he be in a hurry? Only if someone were waiting for him, I should think.
I noticed that as
So,
well.
Mr. Fujisaki was on his way to meet with someone, and
Was
then
it
they were going to work out
Yiffy
together.
Mata? Are we gonna
But
lose
Hina and I
Nerdlinger?
had invited him to exercise with us plenty of times, and he always declined.
Probably because he was afraid you'd find out the secret he was hiding, right?
What if
Which
it was
means that conversely,
fucking Yif
He
Boy?
must have trusted whoever he was meeting with very much, enough so that he was willing to risk his secret being revealed.
Ooh, what a marvelous friendship!
We may have been nerdling
The
her.
point is, whoever he met up with is the culprit, right? So
But knowing what we know, I can't even guess.
No. You already have what you need to make the connection.
I love her. She's like just there to tell me the answers.
You know who the killer is.
She's like your best friend who's like, I got you, fam. Here's my finished grade. Here's my finished essay that I got an A on.
Seriously? Who is it? Who's the killer?
I honestly think it's Nerdlinger.
Think back to the track jacket and duffel bag the killer disposed of. Focus on the details of these items, and it should become obvious.
Are you sure about that? You really think we can figure out who did it based on 2 pieces of evidence that we don't have?
What? You want to track down some fingerprints or something?
Even if we had the equipment for that, we wouldn't know how to use it.
It was a. No, it has to be a boy.
As was noted, the evidence is already gone. There's nothing to get fingerprints from.
Maybe, but we can make certain inferences if we just take the time to talk it out.
Easy for you to say, but fine. Celeste, did you notice anything special about the bag or jacket?
The bag was just a normal duffel bag from the warehouse. All the bags in there are the same, so I can't imagine what would make that one special.
Well, if I remember right, there was a decent variety of tracksuits to choose from. Do you think there might be some connection between the culprit and Chihiro's jacket?
Perhaps. Let's explore that and talk a bit more about the jacket he took.
This game is so fucking long. I've played 1 chapter all night. Does Chihiro's track jacket really hold some clue about the killer? It's really hard to believe. Make my argument. So let's account. This game's gonna have to give this one to me.
First of all, we know where Chihiro was headed. He was on his way to go exercise.
True.
So next we have to ask, why did he choose the specific tracksuit that he did?
What do you mean, the specific tracksuit?
It was.
I got it! He picked that tracksuit because it matched the one the culprit was wearing.
So, what you're saying is, the killer was wearing the same blue tracksuit as him?
I don't really have anything that
My
doesn't.
tracksuit is black.
No, that's dumb. Why did I hit that? Why did I hit... No, it's fine. No, I think I need the first thing. I think I need the rewind on the first
First of
one.
all, we know where
The truth
Chihiro
quote.
was headed. He was on his way to go exercise.
Do I want exercise?
So next
Maybe I
we
want
have to
blue
ask,
tracksuit?
why did he choose the specific tracksuit that he did?
What do you mean, the
I should
specific
just wait.
tracksuit?
I should just wait and see the whole thing
I
first.
got it!
That would be the
He
best
picked
thing to do.
that tracksuit because it matched the one the culprit was wearing.
Yeah. It gives you plenty of time. I should just
what
wait
you're
through the whole
saying
thing
is,
and then
the
figure out
killer
what I
was
need.
wearing the same blue tracksuit as him? My tracksuit is black.
I don't even have a tracksuit.
Yeah,
This
that's not surprising.
exercising sucks.
I have a white tracksuit personally. I got it from the warehouse, if you must know.
Did any of that really help us get any closer to figuring out who the culprit is?
No way. Not a chance.
You heard him, right? What he just said without even realizing it?
How do you know something like that?
First of all, we know where Chihiro was headed. He was on his way to go exercise.
I don't know what to
So
fucking
next we
refute.
have to ask, why did he choose the specific tracksuit that he did?
What do you mean, the specific tracksuit?
I got it! He picked that tracksuit because it matched the one the culprit was wearing.
So, what you're
I
saying
still, it's
is,
Jesus guy.
the killer was wearing the same blue tracksuit as him? My tracksuit is black.
No, I didn't want that one.
I don't even have a tracksuit. Cause exercising sucks.
Oh,
I
fuck!
have a white tracksuit personally.
What? Really? Oh. Was that not me refuting him getting at the warehouse because it's less account?
First of all, we
Fudge
know where
cake.
Chihiro was headed. He was on his way to go exercise. So next we
Well,
have
because
to
he
ask,
says he got it from the warehouse, but Celeste
why
was
did
there
he
and didn't
choose
see
the
him.
specific tracksuit that he did?
What do you mean, the specific tracksuit?
I got it! He picked that tracksuit because it matched the one the culprit was wearing.
Doesn't mean that. You're right.
What you're saying is, the killer was wearing the same blue tracksuit as him?
Blue
My
tracksuit.
tracksuit is black.
Tracksuit is black.
I don't even have a tracksuit.
We know.
Because exercising sucks.
We know.
I have a white tracksuit personally. I got it from the warehouse.
Okay,
if
that
you
wasn't
must
yellow.
know.
Fuck.
Did any of that really help us get any closer to figuring out
Why, I don't
who the
fuck.
culprit is?
No way.
Oh.
Not a chance.
Hey, Black! How's it
You
going,
heard
friend?
him, right?
Can we get a shout out
What
for
he
Black?
just said without even realizing it?
You heard him. He just said. I wasn't listening. How did he know something like that? How did
First
who
of
know?
all, we know where Chihiro was headed.
You know where
He was
headed?
on his way to go exercise.
He's on his way to
So
exercise.
next we have
I
to
think I might
ask,
need exercise.
Why did he choose
Why
the
did he ask
specific
the specific
tracksuit that he
tracksuit
did?
He did.
What do you mean, the specific tracksuit?
I got it! He picked that tracksuit because it matched the one the culprit was wearing.
That's the one the culprit was wearing.
So, what you're saying is, the killer was wearing the same blue tracksuit as him? My tracksuit is black.
Damn it!
I don't even have a tracksuit. Because exercising sucks.
I have a white tracksuit personally. I got it from the warehouse if you must
Oh no, but that
know.
was the last one I could refute.
Did any of that really help us get any closer to figuring out who the culprit is?
No way. Not a chance.
You heard him, right? What he just said without even realizing it?
Why did he say no way, not a chance?
First of all, we know where Chihiro was headed. He was on his way to go
I don't know which one of these
exercise.
contradict though.
So next we have to ask, why did he choose the specific tracksuit that he did?
What do you mean, the specific tracksuit?
I got it! He picked that tracksuit because it matched the one the culprit was wearing.
So, what you're saying is, the killer was wearing the same blue tracksuit as him? My tracksuit is black.
I don't fucking know, guys. I need help. This is not good. Alright. I'm not doing well. I absorbed the right thing. Thanks. Oh!
First of all, we know where Chihiro was headed. He was on his way to go exercise. So next we have to ask, why did he choose the specific tracksuit that he did?
What do you mean, the specific tracksuit?
I got it! He picked that tracksuit because it matched the one the culprit was wearing.
So, what you're
think I figured it
saying
out.
is, the killer was wearing the same blue tracksuit as him? My tracksuit is black.
I don't even have a tracksuit. Because exercising sucks.
I have a white tracksuit personally. I got it from the warehouse if you must know.
Did any of that really help us get any closer to figuring out who the culprit is?
No way. Not a chance.
Did I lose
You
that?
heard him, right? First of all, we know where Chihiro was headed. He was on his way to go exercise.
No, that was too. I don't fucking know. No, you don't absorb on this thing. I don't understand this game, but I always watch people halfway through it. I am.
Shoot!
Well, I'm on my last one.
First of all, we know where Chihiro was headed. He was on his way
I
to
just
go
did.
exercise.
Oh, so last
next
account,
we have
those
to ask-
fire tracksuit?
Why did he choose the specific tracksuit that he did?
But that's not a
What do
contradiction.
you
He said it
mean,
was
the
blue.
specific tracksuit?
I
Alright,
got it!
thank you.
He picked that tracksuit because
I'll do that one.
it matched the one the culprit was wearing.
But she said it was blue.
So, what
Oh,
you're
but we don't know it
saying
was
is,
his. We just
the
saw
killer
that
was
it was
wearing
in the
the same
thing.
blue tracksuit as
He wasn't wearing it. He wasn't wearing it. Oh.
Hold on a second, Mondo. What did you just say?
Oh, I didn't say it was blue. No, Mondo.
Huh? What'd I say?
God damn it.
When Celeste
I wanted it to be the fat
testified a few
nerd.
minutes ago-
He's definitely strong enough to do it. I saw him start, and then I assume she didn't say the color.
She never said anything
I'm
about
so
the jacket's
dumb.
color, so why did you say Chihiro's blue tracksuit?
What are you just...
Hey, Celeste. What color was Chihiro's tracksuit?
As a matter of fact, it was blue.
Fuck.
And before we began the trial, did you tell anyone that?
The
I
only
feel
one I
stupid.
told about any of this was you.
Then, Mondo, how did you know what color Chihiro's tracksuit was?
Because I'm sure he saw the clothes at some point in the investigation.
No, that can't be.
No, we lost those.
The bag and clothes were surely disposed of by the time we began our investigation.
Then the only reason he could have known what color the tracksuit was is if he saw Cherry with it before he died.
Cherry.
Cherry. Are you talking about Chihiro? So, how about it? Did you see the tracksuit or didn't you?
Just by chance. I just happened to see it last night. He walked past me, and he was carrying the tracksuit in his hands.
No, that can't be it either.
It was right before the... Like she was trying to hide it.
When Celeste noticed it, Chihiro made a point of making sure the jacket was completely in the bag. If you just ran into him briefly, you couldn't possibly have seen what color the tracksuit was.
It would appear you dug your own grave.
Perhaps. But you handed him the shovel, didn't you? That's why you said what you did. Focus on the tracksuit and it'll be obvious who he met with?
Ah, now I understand. It was all one big bluff, wasn't it? Your true intention was to draw a slip of the tongue from the culprit. That's why you said you knew who did it. To put them on edge.
That's right. Mondo was my target all along. I had my suspicions about him.
Damn.
But why? What made you so suspicious?
Because I'm awesome.
That's a good question. There was a certain turning point that maybe you didn't notice it, Mondo, but you tend to refer to men and women differently. You only call guys dude. For girls, it's chick, and after he was killed, you happened to refer to him as dude. Once I picked up on that, it occurred to me that Mondo knew something we didn't.
You notice such a tiny detail?
Are you a witch? She's a witch! You're positively frightful.
No,
Are you a witch?
I'm not the frightful, not nearly as frightful as someone capable of murdering a friend.
Mondo, was it really you?
I got verschnuckered.
Did you
They
really
verschnuckered me.
kill Chihiro?
I didn't figure it out. I got duped.
How could
this happen to me?
I didn't kill anyone!
Damn.
You've been all over me, judging everything I say, putting words in my mouth.
I think Peter Griffin has something to say about that.
What gives you the right to treat me like a goddamn criminal?
Yeah, he would never do something like that. This is a false accusation.
It's true. My reasoning on that is pretty shaky.
That was fast.
Guys, I'm gonna send a 5-hour video to YouTube, and YouTube is gonna be so pissed at me.
Well, this does present us with a problem.
Y'all
It
wanted
seems
it.
we are all out of leads.
Don't at me, YouTube.
My time
Don't
has
at me.
really come. That's what my little ghost friend is telling me.
Oh yeah, that reminds me. Hifumi, weren't you telling me you found some evidence?
Really? What kind of evidence?
Actually, now that I'm thinking about it here calmly, it might not be all that relevant.
Jeez, did your confidence just get up and walk away? It's fine, man. Just tell us.
If you really insist. Here it is.
What do you have there?
It happens to be an e-handbook. I found it laying on the ground, so I scooped it up.
Found it on the ground, right? And it must belong to... It's Chihiro's.
I got it! We know Chihiro's handbook was missing from the scene of the crime, right?
For a fact.
For a fact indeed. I
Where
was
the fuck did
totally
you find
sure
it?
I'd found.
Then it must hold some clue about the culprit, right?
Why would that be
Well,
so?
that's what I was hoping. But it's busted. It won't even turn on.
I imagine the culprit broke it to get rid of any evidence after the murder.
That's odd. I didn't think the handbooks were quite so fragile.
You're right. They're not. They're totally waterproof and shock resistant. It would take an awful lot to break one.
And yet, this one does appear to be broken, as is Leon's, sitting useless in the main hall for all your confidence. That is a remarkably high failure rate.
Do you think there might be some kind of mystery in there somehow? How precisely did the handbooks get broken?
By hitting its weak point.
I got it! You
Where's
already
its
told
weak
us
point?
before that the handbook has one weak point, didn't you?
So where is it?
You remember that?
Bitch, of course! Fuck you.
Sure, maybe I let that slip.
Hello,
but
Chef,
I never
Chef
told
Jules.
anyone what the
Welcome.
weak point
Ooh,
actually
daddy.
was.
I don't know about that. I don't know. But welcome.
But if the handbook is supposed to never break, and two of them broke in quick succession, then
we can only assume that someone's figured out its weakness.
Ikusa senpai. Welcome.
You know what the weakness is, right, Monokuma? So, what is it?
You're asking me?
I think it's a necessary piece of information if you want this to be a fair trial.
But if I tell you, and someone else decides to copy it, that would be very not good.
Oh, hey, it's Afromu. I like your new name. Congratulations on Chefdom.
Just tell us already. Why would we want to break our own handbooks?
Oh well, I have a weakness for pushy demands. But you're sure you won't follow their example?
No, it's 100 Afromu. I don't...
Then allow me to make a special announcement. The weak point of my cutting-edge e-handbook is... when it's exposed to high temperatures for too long, it will suffer a meltdown and totally break!
And dick pig for the real Afromu.
I flippin' knew
I'm
it!
so sorry, Smashlin. It's almost done. I'll rush through.
Yeah, because I found the handbook laying on the floor of the sauna. The temperature in the sauna can reach over 200 degrees. Strange how you don't get burnt, huh? It's because as your sweat evaporates, it creates a cooling
fucking
layer
sauna.
of air around your skin. If the hot air of the sauna were somehow pushed directly onto your skin, you'd definitely get fried. That layer of air would get blown away. That's why you may feel a burning when you move around. So when you're in a sauna, make sure to keep nice and still.
Oh, that's why.
Interesting. I learned one new fact today.
That is a mere trifling speck of knowledge.
Anyway, if you found the victim's handbook in the sauna, then the killer must have been purposely trying to raise its temperature in order to break.
meaning the culprit somehow knew its weakness.
But how'd they find out? Monokuma said he didn't tell anyone, right?
Indeed. Quite the mystery.
What if they found out by accident?
What do you mean by accident?
What if the killer took their own handbook into the sauna, not knowing its weakness, and it broke? They'd realize it was broken, of course, and it wouldn't be hard to figure out why. And once they had Chihiro's handbook, they knew they had an easy way to dispose of it.
I won't say it's not possible, but Who would have done something like that?
Well, let me tell you
I
about
don't
this
know
asshole
anyone who took
named
their handbook
Mondo.
into the sauna.
As who?
I might know someone who did.
You're making me get a blushy face.
Whoa, seriously?
I think the one who may have taken their handbook into the sauna was...
I do that. I do that a lot. No, it's It had to be the one who wore their clothes. Jesus Christ. There.
Here's my answer.
It's my thinking pose.
Mondo.
Wait,
Your
come
handbook
on.
got broken.
What?
Why? Why do you keep accusing him?
Mondo and Taka had an endurance contest in the sauna not too long ago, remember? And for the contest, Mondo just so happened to keep his school uniform on. But little did he realize, he'd also left his handbook in one of his uniform pockets. And when it was all over, Mondo discovered that taking your handbook into the sauna could easily destroy it.
Wait,
Murderer!
You've got it all wrong. He would never kill.
He's a
I don't
bicycle
accept this.
gang leader.
Show me the proof.
This is the proof. I don't... But I found something that proves it beyond a shadow of doubt. Oh god. Are we almost done? Are we almost done? Make your argument. God, this takes so long. Card reader.
Let's test Makoto's assertion.
How do I change my bullets?
If what he
Okay.
says is correct, then Mondo, you broke your own handbook.
In other words, if Mondo's handbook is actually broken, then that proves that what Makoto said is right.
Well, my goddamn handbook works just fine.
See? Look!
Broken heap.
Makoto was wrong after all. Mondo wouldn't hurt
No.
a fly.
He's using Chihiro's
Makoto's
product.
assertion. If what he says is correct, then Mondo,
No, it's
you
not.
broke your own handbook.
Card reader?
In other words, if Mondo's handbook is actually broken, then that proves that what Makoto said is right.
Well, my goddamn handbook works just fine.
Does it?
See? Look! Makoto was wrong after all.
Why was I wrong because of that?
Shoot!
I have to think about it.
Let's test Makoto's assertion.
Card reader.
If what he says is correct, then Mondo, you broke your own handbook.
Can I just...
In other words, if Mondo's handbook is actually broken,
Can we test it?
then that proves that what Makoto said is right.
Well, my goddamn handbook works
Card
just
reader.
fine.
Why can't we use a card reader on it? What? Test it.
Shoot!
Oh man, I'm gonna die.
Let's test Makoto's assertion. If what he says is correct, then Mondo, you broke your own handbook.
In other words, if Mondo's handbook is actually broken, then that proves that what Makoto said is right.
Yeah, I would like
Well,
to
my
move on.
goddamn handbook works just...
Why is it broken? What? If he's... What? I don't understand.
Mondo, the handbook you have right now, is it really yours?
The fuck is that supposed to mean?
Whose
The
else would it
broken
be?
handbook that was in the main hall. Isn't that one actually
fuck.
yours?
Leon's worked fine.
What the heck are you talking about?
That wasn't Leon's. Oh,
What
I
mean
get it.
is, I think Mondo swapped his handbook out for one that actually works. I think he took Leon's handbook and replaced it with his after all.
We don't know that was
Monokuma
Leon.
said himself that Leon's handbook never should have broken.
That's right! The punishment it suffered wasn't nearly enough to destroy it.
Fuck.
So then, the broken handbook in the main hall is
I
actually
feel dumb.
Mondo's, which
This
would
one
mean
wrecked me.
that the handbook Mondo has right now is actually Leon's.
But doesn't that violate the school regulation that says
No.
There is a rule about loaning your handbook to another student, but if they're dead, they're not a student. It's kind of a gray area, I admit. But no worries. If anything, it just makes things more interesting. As such, I decree that exchanging handbooks with a corpse is not a violation of the rules.
Well, Mondo, if I'm wrong about this, you're welcome to say so. I'm happy to admit I made a mistake.
Son of a bitch. What's wrong, bro? Come on. Tell him he's wrong.
Bruh.
You are wrong. You have to be wrong. Everything you just said is wrong. You made it all up.
Okay, then why don't we look back on this case one more time?
No,
That way,
let's not.
everything
Let's
will
just
be
look and see if
complete.
his thing says
And
Leon
we'll
on
all
it.
see if-
God damn it. Climax. Oh. Oh yeah, manga goes from right to left, doesn't it? So this is the entrance to the room? Oh. In, boys. He's there. He's lifting. He's murdering. There's murder happening. Blammo! Down she goes. Wouldn't this be the entrance of... Is that right? Oh no, it can't be right. What is that? So this is the evidence cleaning up, right? No, that's him putting it on. Rolls up the carpet, takes this off, moves the body to girls' room? In. Damn. This? Yeah, opens the door, goes in. He sees her. So he gets his extension cord. Takes her blood, writes that. This guy goes to the sauna. Where's the sauna? Burns this bitch. Reenact
Here's
it!
exactly what happened. First, let's take a look back to before the incident. Last night, Celeste saw Chihiro in the warehouse, correct? At the time, she was apparently stuffing something into a duffel bag. That something was a blue tracksuit. You can confirm this, right, Celeste? With bag in hand, Chihiro headed out, even though it was officially nighttime. She made her way to the locker room, specifically the boys' locker room. But how could the victim... Simple, because she was really a key. Which is why he was able to use his own e-handbook to gain entrance. Once inside, he met with someone there. And the person he met was the one who killed him. It seems likely that the killer grabbed the nearby dumbbell, approached the unsuspecting Chihiro, and attacked him.
Crunch! That's wrong? How the fuck is that wrong? What? Yes, I would like to give it another shot.
I refuse to give up yet.
How? I was doing okay. I was doing okay. So is this some other smashy smash? It wasn't the blood. It wasn't the weapon. So was it? Was it this?
Here's exactly what happened.
No, I don't.
First, let's take a look back. At the that with that she made her. But how could the?
I'm clicking like my life depends on it. Why is this game taking me this many hours to beat the fucking one chapter? This is the longest fucking game. I like it, but Jesus Christ, is it long? Alright, let's feel it.
And attacked him. And that's where the bloodstains on. It was likely in the heat of the moment. The body was arranged, but the murder itself felt unplanned. Which is why the killer hurried to try and hide the act. Then, removing the bloody poster, and finally carrying the corpse into the girls' locker room. A girl's handbook was necessary to get into the locker room, but this alone doesn't prove. After all, sight using one of those,
Are you shitting me? God damn it. Fucking ass. How is this not? How is this? Oh, is this him putting that up? Or maybe it's this? Placing the murder weapon?
The killer is.
I want to fast forward. Oh, it continues where it left off. Oh, thank God.
Junko's handbooks using one of those.
What am I? The killer took something from the other locker. Oh, you can read this and switched it. I will never make these mistakes again. Alright, what's this say? Wow, you can just click on the question mark and it makes it super duper easy. My bad. Although I'm pretty confident about these. Wait, what does it say? When Byakuya arrived on the scene, what did he use to disguise what had happened? Yeah, I'm fairly certain about these ones. Let's go.
Here's exactly what happened.
I'm not stuck. I didn't realize there was a mechanic that I didn't have.
Sayaka using one of those.
That was there that I never used before.
And that's with the carpet and the poster they brought with them, they got to work. They changed the layout of the boys and girls' locker room in what you might... That could have been. Byakuya discovered the body and decided to...
Why was he in the girls'
intervene in the
room?
situation.
How did he discover the body? That's not explained.
So, after stumbling on the crime scene...
How did he stumble upon a crime scene in a girls' locker room that's locked? Why is the door still open? Why the fuck didn't he close the goddamn door?
And then he got to work.
How fucking stupid was that?
He used the cord to string up Chihiro's lifeless body. Then, using the victim's own blood, he left a grisly message there at the scene of the crime.
The answer
He
is
wanted to
shrugged.
create the illusion that Genocide Jack was responsible. And around the same time that the killer, having already despair, they planned to destroy... And just as the killer expected, the steamy sauna was enough to ruin the electronic gadget. Somehow, the killer knew that the handbook could... And the reason they knew that is and that's how it all... Isn't that right, Mondo Orada?
Well, we no longer have to look at Poop Cornhead.
Wait, where's your evidence? Yeah, where's your evidence?
The entire case is evidence?
Without any proof, you can't pin any of this on him!
We have a murder weapon? What we lack is sort of motive, honestly. A new element has been added to the bullet time battles. Sure. I can't believe this is still happening. Interesting. This fucking fucked me up really bad the first time. Why are you my argument person?
Show me some evidence! You're wrong! I won't listen! I refute you! False!
Why am I not...
Show me some evidence!
When I press right click, it doesn't...
I won't listen!
This shit's still pissing me off.
I refuse to vote! Show me some evidence! You're wrong! I won't listen! I refute you! False! Show me some evidence!
I just don't understand why right click misses sometimes.
You're corrupt! I refuse to vote! Show me some evidence!
This should prove it!
Cause bro shit.
If my thinking so far is right, Mondo must have replaced his broken handbook with Leon. In which case, we can just check each of our handbooks right now. Once we do that...
We don't gotta do that.
Huh?
Yeah. Yeah, I did it. I killed him.
Confession! Guys, we did it. This is the longest game. Oh.
Bro, what are you saying?
I got no choice, man. After hearing all that, I gotta just give up. Go ahead, Monokuma. Get it over with. Ask for the goddamn verdict.
Wait! Hold on!
No waiting! No holding on! Time for the moment we've all been waiting for! Grab your lever and...
Bro.
Who will you elect as the blackened this? Will you make the right? What's it gonna be? What's it...
I mean, do I actually have to vote? Oh yeah, you're right. You don't actually have to vote. It just does it. Corn face! Corn head. We did it. How's he gonna die? Is it gonna be awful?
What?
I was horrified at the first murder. Yes, it is so. The blackened had killed Chihiro Fujisaki was Mondo Owada. In case you're wondering, the vote was not unanimous. Taka chose the wrong answer. You're treading very close to the danger zone, Mr. Ishimura. You need to be more careful. I refuse to believe it. There's no way he would have killed someone who's my brosive.
Sorry.
That's a silly question. Of course it'll be awful. This is a fun death. It's so terrible. Why? Why did you do it?
Now then.
Allow me to explain on his behalf.
Actually...
The story of the murder this time is a sad story of two men. Oh, but for anyone who doesn't really want to hear it, you can hit the control key to fast forward the text.
No, I want to hear it.
Anyway, there was once a young boy, and his name was Chihiro Fujisaki. He had an extreme inferiority complex regarding his own lack of strength. You're so weak, even though you're a boy. He'd heard things like that as long as he could remember, and he couldn't overcome his weakness. On the contrary, he tried to hide and bury himself further and further into that weakness, to take on the fragile form of a petite young girl. He had chosen this as his way out. Now nobody will be able to say anything about even though you're a boy. But no matter how tightly he wrapped himself up in that shell, the inferiority complex had already taken root deep inside of him, and he was not so easily weeded out. As it turned out, the shell was completely empty. The complex didn't disappear. Instead, he only grew stronger and stronger. And
Weak.
Once the killing game began, here at the school, he had no choice but to accept this fact. After all, the world is survival of the fittest. If you're not strong, you don't survive.
Well, embarrassing secrets, which of course included Chihiro's embarrassing secret, which I was more than willing to divulge. Even though he dresses like a girl, Chihiro is actually a boy.
Hey,
And that was something Chihiro couldn't let anyone find out, no matter the cost. If that was revealed, it would be the end. The hardened shell would crack, the armor would fall away. Without a doubt, those around him would be torturing him more than ever before. Everyone figured being thrust into the dilemma must have sent him into smiling and despair, and yet...
I'm sorry. But...
Knowingly, he used the threat of discovery to motivate himself to become stronger.
That's right.
Now's my chance.
I want to change.
Aww. He made the commitment to begin exercising. He was preparing to retrain his mind and body. But sadly, that would be the first and only chance he would get at it. That's so sad. When he decided to start exercising, he thought it would be good to ask someone for help, but he wanted to ask the person in secret first, and then ask him to help him from there. That person he went to,
that's right.
It was me. It sure was. The biker gang fella had been painfully clear about how important his manly promises were, so Chihiro probably figured even if he confided in Mondo, his honor would make him keep the secret. Plus, Mr. Macho Mondo was the very symbol of a strong man that Chihiro had always aspired to be. Maybe talking to Mondo about it will help me give me some courage. So he went and asked Mondo about how to become strong. Come on. That was his aspiration, and he thought only with Mondo's support would he ever be able to come close to that.
Correct.
So that must have been why Mondo did what he did, to keep that promise he made to Chihiro. Did what he did? You mean that's why Mondo carried Chihiro from the boys' locker room to the girls' bar?
Indeed.
Yes, that's exactly what I meant. That wasn't to cover up what he done?
Certainly.
That could have been part of it, but I don't think it was the main reason. The real purpose was to keep the promise between men.
But... Because...
If everyone knew he'd been killed in the boys' locker room, then everyone would know that you could argue about she got into the boys' locker room. Once that started, oh man. Aww. Mondo did all that to keep the promise. We'd also killed. This is so sad. I didn't want anyone to know.
I knew it.
What is this? You're wrong!
It's impossible.
Don't make me repeat
How many
myself.
times must I repeat myself? To judge others by your own standards is the height of folly. Even if you can't comprehend, you obviously can. That's all there is to it. Well, while we're on the subject, why don't I tell you? The embarrassing memory that he secretly didn't want anyone to know.
Hey,
You know what Mondo did? He killed his own brother. Oh, shit. Mondo, the ultimate biker gang leader, makes all the hoodlums and riffraff across the country tumble. The only reason he had that chance was because to join a gang in the first place was because of a certain someone. Mondo's older brother, his name was Daya Owada. Mondo had nothing but respect for him. It was because of Daya that Mondo ever got on a motorcycle. Mondo's brother was his only family growing up. He was the only one Mondo could respect. He wanted to measure up to his big brother, so he imitated him in everything he did. Mondo was the epitome of the star-eyed kid brother. Meanwhile, the charismatic older brother had put together a local motorcycle gang, and before anyone knew it, it had grown into the biggest biker gang in the country. Daya, the older brother, #1 in the gang, and his #2, the younger brother, Mondo. In the beginning, everything was peaches and gravy, but when Mondo started to think about how he would have to take over the gang from his brother, his brother's greatness, his reputation began to gnaw at his very soul. Kid's gonna take over for you, Daya. Daya created this with his bare hands. Mondo's just along for the ride. Can someone like that really be our leader? All that'll do is make the gang look better. Almost every day, Mondo heard the gossip and whispers of the other members of the gang, which is why I gotta get stronger than Daya. Just one time, no matter what. I gotta win.
With me.
I don't care what it takes. I gotta come out on top. And on that night, of his amazing brother's retirement ceremony, Mondo challenged him to a street race. During this race, tragedy struck. Crazy diamond. Kid brother pushed ahead with reckless abandon, eager for victory, and dashed onto oncoming traffic. But suddenly, oh my god, his brother saved his life. Laying in his kid's arms, the older brother delivered his final words. My bad, kid, I fucked up, sorry. Of course, he knew it was his brother's fault, but Daya never blamed him for what happened. Hey kid, the rest is up to you no matter what happens. You gotta keep the gang together. It's a team you and me put together. It's a promise between men. No, that's so tragic! He decided to hide the truth of what happened from everyone else in the gang in order to keep the gang together, but keep the promise to his family. He could never admit to anyone it was his own weakness that had caused the accident. And as a result, Jesus Christ. The team was made even stronger under the banner of the big kid who'd bested his big brother. Daya was gonna lose to his kid brother, so he got stupid and got himself killed. That became the explanation for what happened. Mondo's lie became true. Jesus. He wanted to lead the team so bad he was willing to tell all kinds of lies about his brother.
I
strong. Strong. And yet. As soon as our killing game began, he realized no matter how tough he pretended to be, he was just another weakling who died in an instant. And then the lovely, hateful Monokuma announced the revealing of the secrets. At that point, it became clear I have no problem shutting out a secret. Mondo killed his own older brother. No matter what, I couldn't let the other gang members find out. If that happened, everything would have been ruined. So he killed him to protect his secret? Damn. Turned to a rock-hard lump of anxiety down my stomach. It was right then he asked me to start working out with him, and right there he told me his secret. Seriously? Yeah, I'm sorry I lied to you. Why are you telling me this now all of a sudden? I mean, you've kept the secret all this time. If anyone found out, you would...
I want to change.
I wrapped myself in lies. I'm weak. I want to destroy that version of me forever. His lies were like a knife in my gut. I felt like he was exposing a lie I'd been living myself. I have to change. I don't want to be weak anymore. You're so strong. It can't hurt you, right? Whatever secret Monokuma can tell us.
You piece of...
So what, you're saying I should just say it?
What?
You're saying if I really am, I should just be able to tell everyone my secret? Huh? I was jealous. I was jealous of Chihiro's strength. He had the strength to fix his own weaknesses to try and overcome it. It was the kind of strength I never had. So I was jealous of him. That jealousy broke me. Damn!
No!
Damn! I felt like I could hear someone starting to creak. Something inside my head. What did he want me to do? What was I supposed to do? Was I supposed to sit back and let my secret get revealed and ruin everything? What's wrong?
Damn you!
Why did you tell me all that? Are you trying to rub my failure in my face?
I just wanted to...
I just really admire you. Admire your strength.
Yeah, that's right.
I'm strong. Strong. Stronger than you.
Son of a
Stronger than
bitch.
Daya. Damn. I don't remember anything after that. When I woke up, he was lying at my feet, covered in blood. I had the dumbbell in my hand. I was just staring at him down on the ground.
I killed even after all this time. I'm still just as weak as I've always been.
Damn.
Thanks to that, I did something I can never take back.
Me neither. Saying I'd play this fucking game. Jesus shit. 6 hours. He hid that weak side away from everyone. That was the secret. A weakness that lived in a heart like his, and it turned him cold-blooded. God damn it. Look at him. You see? You're all just like him. For a secret from the past, for a memory. For that, he killed another living human in cold blood. He couldn't cut free his regrets from the outside world. He doesn't know what true strength is. Do you see any hope in there? Because I sure don't. You bastard. Just shut the hell up, you bitch. Son of a bitch. Go ahead and say that again, I dare you. Okay, I'll say it as many times as you want. Unfortunately, I can't do that right now because it's time for the punishment.
It can't be.
I was trying to divide the streams up. This is chapter 2. 5.5 hours of chapter 2. I was like, I'll just do a chapter. Every time. Oh, to investigate. No, this is one trial. Okay, so just do pre-trial, then trial, then pre-trial. Alright, you know what? I'm gonna do that now. That's how we're gonna break up this thing now.
Now then, I've prepared a very special punishment. Let's give it everything we've got.
Because this shit's killing me.
Punishment time!
Sorry, man. I couldn't keep the promise we made. From one man to another.
Alright, here it comes. Oh, everybody, clench your buttholes. This is gonna be violent. Oh, Monokuma with the stupid corn poop hair. The Cage of Death. This weird 3D, 2D art style is really strange. What happened? Did he get disintegrated? That is so fucking gross. Laugh at death and your soul will forever be at peace. They spun him at a speed that was so fast he turned into butter. That is so fucking gross. What a disappointment. This is the end of the game. Bianca?
What is this?
You're completely insane. You know that? A game? One of our friends is dead.
Do you realize that?
Naturally.
Of course I do. Because this game is life or death.
Hey,
I don't have anything to say to you. I don't have a response, except that
however,
I just don't understand why. Why did you go out of your way to disguise Mondo's crime?
What?
It made things more interesting. His voice was calm, emotionless, like the voice of death. It chilled me to the bone. Last night when the murder took place, I was in the library as usual.
Honestly.
So you ignored the nighttime rule too. That rule never mattered to me. I don't recall agreeing to it.
There is nothing to be done.
Well, I don't particularly care. Please continue. The night grew late. I decided to return to my room, which then is when I stumbled upon him. I spotted Mondo coming out of the girls' locker room. After he'd gone, I just looked inside and saw the corpse. What? You mean you actually witnessed the murder? He was such a fool. He didn't have the slightest idea that I'd seen him.
Well,
So you're saying you know who the culprit was from the very beginning.
That's right.
Indeed, but it wouldn't have been. If that had been the end of it, how boring would that have been? I mean, it was a waste of time to have the answer revealed right at the beginning. Which is why I decided to lend a little helping hand. Chapter 2 could have been solved by Byakuya going, yep, witnessed. Instead, we're here for 6 hours. You did all that to liven things up?
see.
Fake murder scene. I don't care. I'm so done. Thanks to a certain remarkable someone, it never did. And I was able to perform an interesting experiment. Once I do become blackened, I know now who I'll have to watch out for.
Correct.
So that was your reason. Are you satisfied?
Indeed.
Yes, we're done listening to your story. Moving
Hey.
on. There's something I'd like to ask you, Monokuma.
What's this?
I'm up next? You like to perform these elaborate executions each time, right? My question is why? But you know, the punishment, the despair, it's not just for you. All the punishment, all despair is my gift to mankind itself.
What?
You're over-exaggerating. I am not over-exaggerating. These punishments are meant to transform all hope to despair.
Damn.
What do you mean?
Huh?
Mean? Mean?
What the
Mean. Good grief, I don't understand why you have to pick apart every little stupid thing. Whatever, it doesn't matter. In the end, I'm going to stand alone as the victor, and then everything will be revealed to me. The noble son of the noble family. Truly, you understand me. I think this is the start of a terrifying friendship.
That's enough.
Shut up. I will never stoop to the level of childish criminal like you. Let me just say this. After I achieve a complete victory, you're up next. I'm going to find you and kill you.
In the name of my family.
You're getting all riled up.
It's like you're the main character of a video game or something. No trash bomb for you. I'll take whatever it takes to kill you. And scene. Guys, you stuck with me here, and I appreciate it. I thought this was not going to be... I thought that I was going to play another game after this. And it's an hour and a half after when I like to end. And we did 1 chapter. But it's a good game. But it's For those of us who are still alive, our worst fear and despair are kept on multiplying. It was the kind of despair that felt like a blind puppy in hell had more future than us. All of our courage, our effort, our friendship, it felt like it amounted to nothing at all. It was the worst kind of despair.
Well, anyway, like I was saying, this is a pretty good spot. Yeah, a really good spot. Anyway, isn't it amazing how that girl went and killed someone before things even had a chance to get boring? Once things really get moving, it'll be like a roller coaster. There won't be any stopping it. Fear and despair charge forward at a speed nothing can hope to match. But I must admit, I'm disappointed. I went to all the pain and effort of making you part of the group, and you couldn't play your part. You do remember you were supposed to make the first move, right?
Oh shit.
Well, no.
There's a
baby.
mole.
Nothing we can do about it now. So just do your best to make things more exciting from now on, okay? After all, that's what everyone wants to see.
There's one thing I'd like to ask
As
you.
long as you don't want to know my measurements, fire away.
Who is it? The 16th high school student.
Ooh, my. You really took me by surprise there. I know I said you could ask anything, but super denied, ultra denied, demonic denied. Because you see, that's my ace in the hole. And nobody'd be dumb enough to reveal that, right? No matter how close they were to their friends.
Fuck! There's a mole!
There's a mole in the fucking building. There's a mole.
And of course, there's a 16th student we haven't seen yet. To be continued. Alright, thank you so much for sticking with me this late. You guys have been wonderful. I love you. You're the best. Tomorrow we have Borderlands with friends, and then World of Warcraft following that. Probably also some HOTS, to be entirely honest. I appreciate you guys so